Insider event?
Well, maybe that's not a bad idea, but it's like even with coaches over in Europe, like the role of a coach is still so new; it's not exactly defined. So there's always, you always get these coaches. You wonder how much strategic impact they have on a team, or if they're more just kind of like analyzing what opponents do and just kind of give you something, to think about when you're playing against a certain opponent.
Right. Well, we are live into the knife round here, and Method doing a pretty good job of diminishing that defense here of the CT side, and they are going to be able to take that knife round. So even though they're playing with a backup here, that kind of sets a little bit of a tempo for them to start things off. They're going to be able to at least pick the side that they want to start off on. So we're going to see Method go on the CT side. That's Ellie, Toy, Silent, Roberts or Streber, and then, of course, Adwait, their fifth man for this evening. Facing off against Liquid on the Terror side, that's Dren, Fugly, Elige, Hiko, and Nitro. And in all honesty, with the way that Liquid looked against Virtus Pro on this map, I expect them to jump out to a pretty healthy Terrorist side here.
Yeah, and just in general, things starting to lean. The game is, there have been more Terrorist rounds starting to get put up pretty much across the board in the professional scene. And here we're seeing a very, very aggressive, very fast strategy over towards B. 3 members of Method here. Nate comes out, does a little bit of damage, but Adwait, he's getting pushed, and that's a rough start for the Ringer.
Yeah, and already nice flashbang around the corner. Elige's going to clean off 2 more. He's going to dink down Toy as well, fighting from heaven. And Toy's surely going to go down here in just a second. There it is. Elige's going to pick up the triple, and the last man standing is Silent, trying to come around on Cat. Picks up 2 headshots. That bomb being planted in a nice crossfire onto that area. So Silent, he's going to have to force his way into this bomb site against Hiko and Adren. Again, the 2 clutch masters over there from the Liquid side. And Hiko just doing a little bit of distracting. He's going to get pushed on here, and Adren is actually a little bit far back, but Adren playing this one really smart, biding his time over by Monster and forcing Silent to get up on that bomb. And there it is. Silent's going to be able to find another headshot, but time is running down. He does have a kit. He's not going to have enough time for it, even if he gets the kill, but Adren finishes him off. And a round that got a little bit closer than I thought it was going to be, but Liquid ended up prevailing 1-0.
Yeah, Silent does some good work there, but like you said, the clock had just run down a little bit too much. And either way, that defense just, they get 1 kill on the entrance, and just all the defenders in that B bomb site just fall immediately. No real crossfire setup whatsoever. Adwait wasn't prepared for that kind of pressure being put on, but now we do have a full buy into the second round. And it's all rifles across the board for Liquid. No investment into those SMGs.
Yeah, but they're going against a pretty heavy investment here from the CT side as well. You can see pistol armor for everybody, a scout in the hands of Silent, who is their AWP player, so we'll see how that happens here. But a quick dink down through Monster. Ellie's going to be sitting on 12 HP to start this round out as Hiko's going to hit a nice shot right there onto his face. And now we're going to see the creep coming towards the long hall corridor. Toy is going to be over there trying to hold on to this area, but he's going to come under fire from both Nitro and Elige here in moments. And this doesn't look very good for Toy in the position that he's in.
Yeah, but he's actually in a good spot to gather information. If he swings out long, I mean, more than likely loses this fight or dies at some point, but he knows where they are. And there's not a lot of utility on the Liquid side. That's kind of the one thing they're missing. And there goes Toy. He did spot 2. Now the rotations come in, but a nice shot from Nitro really neutralizes that. Full rotation to the A bomb site for the last remaining Method players, but they don't really have much left to do. The scout's gone, and actually they're just going to run back towards B and save their weapons, so they think better of it, and they say, we've got armor, we've got upgraded pistols, we'll just keep that into the next round.
Yeah, and I don't think that's too bad of a call there. Nitro hitting a nutty shot down long A, just completely annihilating Silent, but with those 2 frags, it yields them the bomb plant, the bomb site, and that's going to be another round on the board for Liquid. But again, Method holding onto these pistols and this armor. It could be a little bit dangerous moving into the 3rd round here, but with no casualties on the Liquid side, no rebuys necessary, so they're going to be up on the money here.
They're going to have to do a good job of, I mean, Toy found some information. They couldn't react to it quick enough. They didn't have, and that's just going to be Liquid. This is what they're known to do, even with, dating back to before Hiko joined, with Adren as the shot caller. They run defaults pretty much every round. They'll just operate out of a default. Now, they have gotten better at picking up the aggression, picking up the pace at certain times, but, I mean, Method's going to have to be very wary of the fact that that Team Liquid, that aggression is going to get spotted out, because they're just going to spread out and look for it for the first 20 seconds or so.
Yeah, but again, you saw how they picked up the pace there after Nitro got those 2 entries, and they just bombarded into that A bomb site. They didn't even throw any smokes or flashes in there, didn't waste any of that extra utility while Method rotated on out of that bomb site. So they're definitely adapting a little bit better. Silent's going to chew on a little bit of a nade there in mid by Fountain. He's down to 61 already to start this round out, and they're going with a heavy stack in the B bomb site this round on Method.
Yeah, and Hiko's just going to play this much the same. And this is that default. This is, maybe a little bit of an anti-Eco strategy, but just spreading out, looking for those pushes. Silent is still being aggressive, and they spot him at this first rock, and they take him out. But no rotations quite yet. Actually, Strebber just turns around and books it back towards the A bomb site, but there's no real reason for this. Might as well just stay with your stack and hope that they go B. Because either way, one person in this A bomb site isn't going to do too much, but Liquid being very, very methodical, not really picking up the pace, making sure everything's cleared out.
Yeah, and again, this is the Liquid of old that we've seen in the past, like you said, moving slowly. They don't want to walk into a stack, obviously, in this situation with the 3 out of the remaining 4 Method players having that armor and upgraded pistols. I mean, Toy, the only one with the silent USP and no armor, so they're going to gamble a little bit more. And you can see Method with a lot of time to rotate in towards this A bomb site. So they've got 3 players that are geared up and ready to rock and roll over here as the smokes come raining on in. And there it is, the flank kill from Ellie's going to be able to find Hiko. Fugly's going to find one before Elige falls. Nitro again going to find a second one, but Toy is there. So the trades are all over the board, and now Ellie already pushed up in bathrooms. He's going to tap away Fugly, and this is an expensive round for Liquid. It's going to come all down to Nitro here, who has picked up 2 kills, but Ellie pushing in towards that bomb site. He doesn't have a kit, so he's got to work quick. We'll see whether or not he can clutch this round out. But again, like we said, this is a very expensive round, and Nitro's going to get... Oh my God! Ellie with the one tap takes him down, and Method steal it! What a shot!
That was insane. I don't even think Nitro is not happy about that one. That was ridiculous. So Ellie pulls off the miracle, coming upstairs, eliminates Hiko, who's lurking, watching the flank, eliminates one more player by bathroom, and that just unbelievable shot there at the end. And that was a good call by Method, and that's just kind of the thing with Liquid. Sometimes it seems like they take things too slow. They had so much time to get to that A bomb site, but Method rotates the stack, and it works perfectly for him.
That was insane! Flick shot reaction, one tap onto Nitro, takes him down, and Method steal around away. And you can see Nitro, he's going to be on a Galil again this round. It's going to be a bolstered economy here for the CT side, obviously, saving 2 rounds and then winning an eco. So they're going to have the AWP in the hands of Silent. He's got head armor and a nade pack to go with it as well, and a Galil only for Nitro. So definitely very costly there for the terrorist side. You can see Adren has no nades to work with, only a smoke flash for Nitro, and the rest of them don't really have a full nade kit to work with either. A couple of flashes and smokes, but no HE grenades to try to clear players out, or no Molotovs either to try to clear players out from these corners that they're going to be holding in. So this is a great opportunity for Method to steal away a couple of rounds here.
Yeah, it really is. And this is the thing. This map, there's a lot of places for individual aggression. There's so many different corners to clear that if terrorist teams are taking such a long time progressing onto a bomb site, that gives opportunities for information gathering. CTs can push up those stairs, much like Ellie did in the last round. They can push into bathrooms late into the round and get a lot of info. So these are going to have to be very, very convincing mid-rounds from Liquid.
Absolutely, and again, trying to keep him down on the money. Ellie hiding by barrels. They haven't spotted him out yet. They are finally going to spin around. Nitro takes him down. Good entry frag there from the Liquid side, and Elige is going to be able to find one, but that's going to be Strebber winning that battle. Hiko trades it out, and now we've got the bomb plant in a 3 versus 4. Make that a 4v2 is Hiko. He's just going to take matters into his own hands, and looks like they might be calling for the save here for Method side. Try to hang on to that AWP for the next round, because these post-plant positions are going to be extremely difficult to retake on.
Yeah, no kits whatsoever as well, so they just dip and they save those weapons. Silent's got to save the op, like you said. And this is what Method's going to have to stop. Nitro comes in with that first entry kill, then Elige comes in second, and Hiko backing them all up. So a very, very aggressive, fast-paced front line that's so talented at cracking open bomb sites. They do it wonderfully there. They're going to reset the economy. Now, Silent's going to be able to drop an M4. Toy might be able to drop a FAMAS, but if they do force buy here, it's mostly going to be pistols.
And we'll see what they decide to do here. Like you said, well, 2050, he doesn't have enough to actually drop a FAMAS at 2250 for that rifle, so it's going to be a little bit of a underwhelming climax there after that wonderful round from Ellie. They just get steamrolled in the B-bomb site. And they only got 1 kill out of their entire hold there at the B-bomb site, so it's going to be another semi-eco round here for Method. They do have the AWP on Silent, who's gone down towards the B-bomb site to peek down through Monster and look for the toes of Hiko and see whether or not he can find this shot. But the remainder of Liquid is going to be off in the over by Fountain, actually. One over by the underpass as well. And ooh, he might have spotted I don't know if he actually registered that was Hiko's leg sticking out. I don't know, because X-ray's a little bit wider than that. But Hiko finds Ellie. Hiko looking for more, but he's going to get overwhelmed by Adwait. And he gets taken down. Roberts around the corner. He gets found by Fugly. So the trade's going in favor of Liquid once again this round. And now Elysia's going to be pushing up. They've got one player right around the corner. And that's going to be Toy and Silent to try to hold down that long A push. Silent finds one, but Nitro trades his teammate. So it's still a 3v2 favoring the Team Liquid side.
Yeah, look at this flank that Fugly's got. Silent, he actually is aware of it, so he's going to peek down these stairs, and he might catch Fugly a little bit off guard, not prepared for this. Fugly thinks everything's all clear. He thinks he's golden. He gets dropped. Now it's all that's left is a Dread and Nitro. They're over towards Long. The op of Silent is still here. He's changed his position. Misses that shot, though. That might have been crucial. But either way, Adwait, he can't land the shot on the flank from Bathroom. Now it's a very tough spot for Silent, but he's got to go for this one.
He's going to go ahead and molly out the bomb site. That's not really going to find the damage that he was looking for. And Nitro, he's going to have a triple on the round. He's performing well so far at 8-2. And Silent, unfortunately, is not going to be able to have any heroics that round. But it should. Well, it's going to be another save round here for Method, actually. That money reset hit him hard.
Yeah, very much so. Very, very much so. And especially, I mean, that's really unfortunate, but either way, Ellie's got that CZ in his hands once again, so it's like, all right, well, maybe magic will happen twice. Lightning can strike twice.
We'll have to see here. He had a huge round, but they're going to get very aggressive on Fountain. The pre-nade comes out, and there it is, Adren. He's got that salvaged AWP. Nitro and Elige going to work here in middle, and that is completely just annihilated that push from Method, with only Silent left alive in a 1 versus 5. And there's really not much that he can do in this situation except try to take a couple of guns away.
Yeah, but now Liquid's just going to slow things down. They're going to be very careful. You can see they have this 4-man death squad. Just they're not separating whatsoever. Only Hiko lurking out. That's his option. But you know they're leaving him all alone, and Silent's going to come behind. He might be able to get one, but now with this range with the 5-7, I wouldn't imagine anything to come from it. But he's going to try and lurk a little bit close, and can't tell who that is. Turns around just at the moment, and that spurs the entire squad to just turn around and mow him down from long range. You know, it's interesting. One thing that I didn't mention it before we started this matchup with Liquid is it's really interesting. You asked about James because when he first became coach, he gave an interview and they were talking a lot about how Nitro was going to maybe become the opera of this team. And like that hasn't happened whatsoever. He's actually gotten back to his old ways. Remember, he had that one ESEA event that he was a beast with iBuy power, and that after that he kind of wanted to transfer into the lurking role, and so we saw him dip off, and now he's back to that aggressive entry fragger, and it's helping Liquid do wonders. And there's Elige. Silent finds that first kill. It's a good first pick. 5-on-4 now.
And there's the opening that Method has been looking for, and that's going to come on the back of Silence AWP. So once again, he's going to try to lock it down here. He's peeking up towards Party. He does have one player over there jumping around. That's Nitro. But like you said, Nitro going right back into that entry fragger role, and this is beautiful stuff from him. Obviously, he's sitting at 9-2 on the board. Last round was kind of a throwaway round, but it's good to see these players starting to perform. That's the AWP down out of the hands of Adren, though, as Toy is going to be able to find his second kill of this matchup, and pop flash around the corner. Silent's going to throw it out there for Toy to get a little bit more peeky over there towards that area. But it looks like the hit is coming towards that bomb site. And what boost are we looking at? 5, and there we go. Strebber.
Yeah, this is a dirty
scary.
boost.
Fugly right around the corner. He can spot his shadow around the corner. There it is. There's the peek from Fugly. Oh, that flash though. He's not going to get the shot off, and they're going to get by him.
What the? All right. Well, that's going to allow a plant to happen, and that's huge. That stack was pretty much the only defense on this B bomb side. Liquid's just got to be so thankful, and Hiko actually tries to find some kills in water. Doesn't expect 2 players to be there, so he gets dropped immediately. Now it's very, very scary.
And Nitro finds another one, but there you go. Fugly goes down, and a little bit unorthodox boost there, but it doesn't really pay off for him in the long run. But on the other side of it, Liquid didn't see it, so they can go back and use that again, and probably have a little bit more success with it the next time.
Well, what it was, I'm sure he's trying to wait to see if there's going to be a second player, so he doesn't give it up for just one guy. So, like, if a second player walks in, he could just spray down 2, but unfortunately a flashbang comes over and blinds him just at the wrong moment. That's what allows that Liquid player to get up and into the bomb site. Either way, it's just kind of funny to watch.
No, and I agree, but then I think once he finally realized that, hey, I'm just going to go ahead and take a shot at this guy, a rogue flash came around and just blinded him enough for that guy to squeak on by. So a little bit unfortunate, bad timing there for that boost for Strebber, but it ends up working out in the long run. But again, it helps Liquid have a very strong buy again this round. You can see they're going to have the AWP in Adren's hands once again. He's got a full nade kit to work with, and then the rest of them are going to have a pretty good buy behind him. Elige and Nitro with a handful of nades themselves.
They're doing that same boost again. because they didn't get spotted, so they're right back at it. Oh, it's a 3-man boost, actually. That's why there was no defense in the bomb site. It takes 3 players to do that boost. It is actually insane that they had the boost up for that long, and just because last round they got an advantage so early, they could devote the manpower to it, but that is just a full-blown free plant.
Well, sometimes you got to have a little bit of risk in order to get a lot of reward out of it, and unfortunately the last round they didn't get any kills, but they did end up winning the round, so... Toy playing very aggressive by Bathrooms, though. He's got 3 players right around the corner. They're going to drop some nades out. He should probably get mowed down here, and he will. Alicia's going to find that headshot. He takes a lot of damage in the long run, but he lives. And that is going to be the main advantage now for Liquid as they press on to this A bomb site. Leading the charge is Nitro with the bomb, so he goes down to Silent. Nice pick from him. But all of these smokes are just going to cordon off this bomb site, and this should be a plant. As look at that. Adway just... Supermaning through the smoke, finds the leash, cleans him up. So now it's down to a 3v3, and now that smoke starts to clear. Adren's going to find the shot onto Silent, and now we've got Roberts around the corner on top of Dumpster. He goes down to Hiko, and the last man standing is Ellie, who's got himself in front of Optimus, but Hiko with a nice strafe jump is going to be able to spot that player in that area, and now they've got to work around it. Hiko goes down, but the last 2 players both turtled up here by Bathroom, and this is pretty much going to be an impossible defuse for Ellie if they play this right.
It's just kind of scary. They might not know it's on that side of the box. If he had stuck that with a kit, it would have been round over.
Well, he picked up a kit, but he gets the op and he falls back, so he's going to try to hang on to this off for Silent next round.
Yeah, Liquid's actually pretty fortunate because that bomb was planted. I think it was Fugly that planted it, and he just ran into smoke to do it safely so he didn't get spammed because he had no teammates in the bomb site. But Liquid was in position for a default plant spot, and if that had been a stuck defuse with a kit or a smoke, I mean, it would have been game over. So Liquid kind of gets away with one there. Either way, it's a really good take onto that bomb site. They get the elimination as those smokes fade, and they secure the round. So 6-2, and once again, economy is reset, but this time Method can still force up a pretty decent buy behind it. 3 M4s, 1 AWP on Silent, and it's going to be Adweight on the 5-7.
And they actually do have a pretty large arsenal of nades until Silent goes down, so... I mean, Ellie, Toy, and Roberts, they've all got a pretty healthy buy going on here, like you said. I mean, Roberts with the small armor, but that's not going to be too big of a deal facing off against the AKs at the terrorist side, the one-click headshot anyway, so we'll see what they decide to do. And don't go for that boost again. They're just going to jump peek over here, Strubber is.
The biggest issue that Method's going to have in this round, now that they're a man down, Toy is going to have to fall back once the smoke starts fading. And they only have 1 more smoke. That's going to be on Strevor over at the B bomb site. So this defense at A is really, really weak because they're forced to play so passive due to not having utility.
And you can definitely see that. Well, actually, Ellie's going to get a little bit more aggressive here. He drops the smoke out. Adren misses the op shot, and he pays for it. Ellie's going to find that angle, but he's going to get pushed on. Toy goes to bail his teammate out and does pick up 1 before he gets traded by Elige. But now they got to be careful because Ellie's getting pinched from 2 angles here. He's got one over by Bathrooms who's falling back, and they've got the other player at long. But that bomb is dropped right outside of T-spawn. They're going to fall on back. And Ellie's going to spot this, so they should rotate 1 back into the B bomb site, and that's exactly where Roberts is going to be headed.
It's actually a really, really smart play by Method. They know their only option is either to fall all the way back into the A site and play it very, very passively, or just get aggressive in Bathrooms. They get aggressive, find a couple kills, find the intel. Now, Adweight is going to get mollied out. He's got the 5-7. He does some damage, but can't land the kill completely. But the second teammate is there. That's going to be Strevor, who's gotten into the water pit. Molotov comes out. He turns and he sprays down Nitro. He's burning. His teammate arrives as well. So now a 2-on-2 inside this bomb site going for the retake.
HP values on both teams relatively low, and now it's going to be all about this retake. Roberts is going to find the first one, and the last man standing is going to be Hiko. Roberts is going to jump on the bomb, and there it is. Ellie pushes him out, and that's going to be a 3rd round now for Method as they do pick up another gun round. But that economy on the terrorist side, now it's finally starting to hurt a little bit here. You can see $2,400 for Hiko. They might go for a force buy here.
They should. I would imagine that they would. Unless they're going to place some kind of emphasis on having an AWP, in which case Nitro would have to buy it. But no, they're going to go for the force buy. That's going to give them 3 AK-47s, 2 Tech 9s behind this. And with the full utilities, I mean, this is why we're starting to see more terrorist rounds come out in professional level. Because, you know, even if Hiko doesn't get that Galil, even if he only has a Tech 9, that's a really, really strong buy. 3 rifles and a Tech 9. You can do so much damage with that. Either way, more aggression early on. They spot some things out far back. Look at how aggressive Toy and Silent are being. Because they have this control, it's going to allow them to have fast flanks and early rotates.
And it does pay off in the long run as Hiko falls to Ellie's AK-47 over here at this bomb site B. And now they're trying to get the peek out. The Molotovs come raining on in towards barrels, and Nitro's going to find that fleeing CT. That's going to be Ellie down and out. And now the push is on towards this bomb site. The smokes are going to be out. Roberts is going to be able to find one. That's Elige down and out. Adren is going to be there as well as Nitro. They find a pair, and it's going to be a man advantage now for Team Liquid as that bomb is getting planted in the smoke by Stripper Pole.
That's a very wide stripper pole. Nice shot by Adren there to take outside. That's the ult. And now just down to Toy. 1-on-3. Smokes deployed. He doesn't really have any realistic chance of winning this. He could try and make it a little bit expensive, but at the end of the day, Team Liquid not going to lose a 3-on-1 here in this situation. Completely blind. This might be the time to just grab that AWP and just run as far away as he possibly can.
Exactly, and that looks like what his option is going to be, but he's going to get peeked on by Fugly. Actually, double team there. He's going to go for the repeak and does manage to find another kill, but he probably will perish with the bomb here. There's not much that he can do, and he does go down. So Liquid, they went on the hunt a little bit there, and they actually do manage to make it pay off. So they're going to find their 7th round now. As we move forward into the 11th, it's a 4-round difference with Liquid on top, and it's going to be another save for Method.
Yeah, and this is really dangerous now because it looks they've had a couple rounds now where they were on the verge of resetting the economy of Liquid, but instead it's them just not able to string 2 rounds together. So despite having three clutch wins where they defused the bomb, they can't get that second one, and that's now forced them back onto pistols. So Liquid's just racking up rounds at the moment. Good chance that Liquid gets up towards 8-3 here after this round, but aggressive strategy. 2 members push downstairs. Silent and Toy have a little bit of a crossfire set up, and that's going to be Fugly who's going to have to deal with this.
And this is really going to be difficult for Fugly. He's going to have to land these shots, and he's going to have to do it masterfully. Let's get in the eyes of Fugly real fast. The number 7 player. He's going to be lurking on up here. He might spot out Toy. He's going to find the shoulder of him, peeks out, finds the first, looking for the second one, and he gets them both. Fugly going to find back-to-back headshots, clears out that lower hall, and that is going to really just destroy the Method defenses.
Yeah, still, they have 2 players rotated over towards the save site, but, I mean, this is the story of Liquid's entire terror staff so far, is just slow and steady. So they're just pacing themselves, not rushing into any kind of a committal onto this bomb site, but just slowly walking up through bathrooms. 4 members are going to be here, including the bomb. It's still just Hiko lurking over towards the B site, throwing a little bit, the smallest of fakes. Strabber's going to be coming up the stairs, but into the bomb site. Adway gets 1, Ellie gets a 2nd. But either way, their trades go all the way of Liquid, but now Strabber on this flank, he could actually do a little bit of damage here.
Yeah, he's going to be popping some shots, but Fugly finds the triple. That's going to be the 8-3 scoreline that we were talking about before. Liquid still in control of this matchup with a pretty solid terrorist side showing right now, and that money situation is really just being a detrimental impact to the Method side. You can see FAMAS is for 4 out of the 5 players, no kits whatsoever, and just a broken buy here for Method.
Yeah, they're at the point now where they just can't afford to really save that much. They've got to get towards that, they've got to get up towards at least 6 to have a chance going into the second half, and even then, it's going to take a lot of work in that second half for them to get back into this one, because Team Liquid just controlling the economy, not even really a lot of utility whatsoever, but look how aggressive this strat is. So centralized around short sewers, around the doorway, around those stairs, and it's just silent in the bathrooms looking to support them, but Method just playing it so they can rotate to either bomb site very, very quickly.
And Silent, he's going to have his hands full right now as Nitro coming around the corner, and he can't land the spray down. Nitro capitalizes and takes him down, so that man advantage already the way of Liquid. About 20 seconds into the round as that kill comes onto the feed. And now we see Nitro pushing on up. He's going to get spotted out, but no! Toy turns at the wrong moment. He gets caught. And that's a second frag for Nitro before he bows out for the round. Adwait's going to be able to find 1 and 2. He came on the big flank there from bathrooms, finding 2 kills. That bomb does get planted, but now it's just going to be Adwait by himself versus 3, and this is going to be another round for Liquid.
Yeah, I mean, Adwait's just getting hunted by Hiko, who's just stalking him like prey, and that just scares him off. There's nothing he can do. Got into a little bit of a battle, he survives it, but Hiko not willing to lose his gun. The economy for Hiko and Elige is still very, very low, so smart decision by him not to just try and chase that frag out, even if he might have won that battle. He had the advantage playing for the economy. That's going to put him up towards 9-3. Adwait is going to save this FAMAS into the next round, but it's about the only good thing they got going for him at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Elige taken out by Elige. So, interesting there. And actually, 3 out of the 4 remaining, or 2 out of the remaining 3 Liquid players dying to the bomb or the world.
Himself?
I'm not really sure. I think the bomb exploded and did enough damage to him that when he was jumping down, he cratered.
He hit like a rock or something when he landed?
I'm not sure. I guess.
Awesome. All right, not every day you see that.
So that's 2 rebuys that they really didn't have to have this round. So, I mean, 1-round victory from Method could reset the economy for Liquid, and they could make this not such a horrible half. They could put it closer to a 9-6. You can see they're on an eco round again. They're going to push into Fugly, and Fugly's just going to be posted up. Finds that kill over there, and now they're going to make that push in towards the B bomb site. Nitro again opening up that bomb site by himself as they move that bomb on in. Adren is going to go ahead and plant that right next to the pole. The cylinder, the big round thing. Since you guys didn't seem to care for my stripper pole analogy.
Yeah. I got nothing.
The round thing!
How to just Trevor and Fugly's gonna hunt him down. Fugly on this flank, just watching for these pushes on these anti-ecos has been really good. He doesn't get cutting off too much, even when he clears out those stairs. That stack earlier in the half has been wonderfully done by him. So he was also manning up over towards the fountain just to watch for that 3-man aggression that was up towards fountains from Method. He sniffs that out. Now finally the strongest buy Method has had in quite some time. Silent's going to be on the glass cannon up, but 4 M4s surround that.
No kits again though. So you can't
afford everything except for Strebber, who could have afforded a kit.
True. He does have 550 left, so risky not going for that kit buy, but again, it's going to be just Hiko over here by the B-bomb site to hold it, but yeah, this is ridiculous right now. Look at this, just walking up into the site, Liquid, just walking through bathrooms. There's nobody here to hold it out, and Silent, he's pushed up aggressive. He's the only one that's close to that bomb site, but they're just going to walk right into this A bomb site. Silent does manage to hit the first kill, but they're already in.
Yeah, look, it's got to be like, oh, booyah, free bomb site, baby, but just a anti-call. That's basically what it was, but either way, this isn't looking that great for Liquid now. They're just getting systematically eliminated. 2-on-3, Adwait finds him. Fugly in a 1-on-3, knows one's coming from behind. He's waiting for him. He's going to win that battle. They know where he is now. Smoke goes down on the bomb, but like we said, no kit. That could actually have a huge factor, but Toy just eliminates him. A nice headshot at long range is going to give him their 4th round. That's crucial without that kit.
Yeah, and that's really what they kind of need there. That plant, though, is going to allow Liquid to buy up for the final round with a very healthy buy anyway, so we might see Adren on the op again. We'll see whether or not he decides to pick that up. He's having a pretty good match at 12-5, but really it's Nitro just opening up these bomb sites round after round. He's 16-7. That entry fragger roll, he's doing a sensational job. And Hiko, your shot caller's not doing so good here, bud.
Hasn't really had to do anything.
Not really, no.
Hasn't had to, so... It's pretty good work. Yeah, Nitro is just beasting. 16-7. Adren's at 12-5. Fugly at 12-9. On the other hand,
for that boost again.
This boost with 3 people. I mean, that's just such a committal of resources to this one boost. And they're not even going to find anyone there. Because, once again, it's the same as the last round. It's just a complete anti-call. All members of Liquid going through Monster, and there's no defense. So, once again, it's a free bomb site. Liquid, I'm telling you, they've just got to be so incredibly confused, and that boost doesn't even work out. He falls. And now they're just trapped in there. Hiko's going to spray 1 down. Strebber's got to come out of that fire, but he just gets messed up by Nitro. So Liquid on that round, just an easy win for them.
Yeah, what an anticlimactic finish to that half. I mean, 2 back-to-back rounds where Liquid just nails the right call.
That's why that boost is like, it's such a risk. With 3 bodies there, like you can't, that's just so many people that you can't do anything else with.
And I can understand doing it as early as they do in the round to try to gather the information on somebody maybe pushing up on short B, but when the fast call comes to long B, then you got nothing at that bomb site. And by the time that you even get back into a position where you could be successful in that area, you've already got 3 or 4 terrorists that are set up in post-plant positions that are just in your face, ready to rock and roll, and you then become the offensive team. So it's really, really tough for them in that situation. But we're just going to pile on into the second half here as we do see Liquid switching over to the CT side. They're going to be up by a pretty solid margin here. 7 rounds, 11-4 is your scoreline. And Method, they're going to go heavy towards the B-bomb site. And this is the right call. Only Hiko is over here to defend.
He's playing at retake, though. He's playing far back. He's just going to watch him cross into the bomb site. All he has to do is get 1 kill and just survive. If they
look at Nitro and Elige.
Yeah, now Hiko jump spots him, so the rotation's going to come in. Now the hit is on, so everyone knows exactly what it is. This fast flank is going to come out. Hiko needs to live. He takes a little bit of a fight and some damage, but he falls back. He survives.
Nitro with a nice shot there on the toy. Adway does find Adren. That bomb is planted, but the terrorists are all stuck in sight, and they're getting flanked out. 2 in pit. 1 does go down. That's Adway. Nice shot from Hiko. He finds 1, and Hiko's going to find a second one. Coming around from the side, though, Nitro cleans up another, and now it's going to be the flank to the flank. and that's going to be Ellie with the pistols trying to make it happen, and Fugly just taps him. 1 HP, doesn't even care. He gets the shot off, and the defuse will come in. Liquid going to go up to a 12-4 scoreline.
Yeah, you had it exactly right. That plant comes into play, but Method not only didn't have the opportunity, but didn't have really anything set up for the post plant. 3 members in that water pit, and they just get corralled, like herded like cattle, and they just get slaughtered inside that water pit. So nicely done from Liquid on the retake. Hiko survives that whole round, even picks up the kit at the end, and now they just have a massive lead, 12-4 right now.
Yeah, and they're looking to add to it right here because it doesn't look like they're going to go for an armor buy. It's P250's a unanimous decision for Method as this eco round is underway, and it looks again like they're going to be, well, they're going to split it up a little bit here. A couple of players going up towards that water fountain there in mid, and you do have one player, that's Ellie, lurking over towards the B-bomb site. He's just going to throw some things out. I believe he just threw a flash or a nade over to try to keep him honest there, and they're going to go for the long A, and this is not a bad call here from Method because there's no players in this area to try to hold it back. As you can see, Silent just leading the charge. They're going to push all the way past bathrooms. They might have been heard by Adren. Not 100%. They slow it down once they get control of that long hallway. And Ellie, he's behind this smoke. Adren going to find that easy frag.
Yeah, now Fugly's going to peek out toward long. That's a nice flash. He blinds 2 or 3, but not Adwait, who drops him with a nice headshot. But here comes the P90 from Nitro. Just mows him down. Adren comes in. He gets 3 on the route of the MP7, so just farming some money. But with that plant in the first round, no investment from Method in that second round outside of some nades. But this is going to be a 3rd round buy, and really this is their only shot of making a comeback in this match is if they can win this round.
Absolutely. So they are going to go for the full buy here. They do have a decent arsenal to work with. A Galil on the back of Ellie. The rest of them are going to be bolstered with AK-47s, but it is going to be very limited nades. They do predominantly all pick up smokes with the exception of Toy, who really didn't have the finances to do so. But they do have a Molotov on the back of Ellie to try to flush a player out in one of these areas. But look at this aggression in mid again towards Water Fountain. And late to the parade is going to be Ellie. He's going to get caught out here. Is the Adren very aggressive, but he does manage to land the shot. Nitro, though, again, very aggressive. Already pushed up past Party. And Silent, he's going to have to find this shot. He's going to get spotted out. And he does manage to take him down. Elige, though, on the other side of the map is going to be able to find one there through Subway. And it is going to be at least a little bit of a saving grace here for the Liquid side as they do manage to make it only a 1-man advantage for Method.
Yeah, what's a little bit scary, though, Elige just on this ump. So he's got a severe disadvantage in terms of his arsenal, but Liquid hasn't left the B-bomb site. Hiko and Fugly both playing over here with their M4s, and it actually seems to be the right call because Method is rotating around the map. They cleared out the aggression over towards A, and now they're coming back towards this B bomb site. Fugly's got a Molotov to use and a flash. So does Hiko. Hiko has 1 flashbang, but it's got to be a good hold from these 2 Liquid players.
Good counter flash is going to find Strebber. He's completely blinded. Hiko playing from pit. He's going to get spotted out a little bit, dropping right down into water, and there's the frag. Adwait's going to be able to find one. Pushing through the smoke is going to be Fugly, who does manage to find Strebber, but that's going to be the instant trade afterwards, and now Elige is going to have to go monster mode right here with 19 HP and a UMP. Does manage to find the first one. He does pick up an AK. Can he clutch this one out? No, he cannot. Ellie's going to find the spray down. Takes him out, and Method are going to be able to at least do a little bit of an economical damage to Liquid's side, but they do have a pretty good bank. They might be able to buy up behind this.
Liquid's going to buy those as well. Liquid has enough money, and they got it down to 2 players. You know there's going to have to be a couple dropped weapons from those 2 surviving. So the economy for Method is still very, very low. And a hard reset here to the economy of Method would just spell the end, basically. So Liquid not willing to give it up quite yet. Op, M4 on Elige, 2 Famuses on Nitro and Hiko, and a 5-7 on Fugly. This is still a pretty strong buy, and Nitro is going to be playing at the stairs. He just throws a smoke to slow things down and falls off, as does Adren. But Adren with the state AWP is going to have to find him an early advantage.
He got spotted out over by Party early in the round, so he falls all the way back to the A bomb site looking for something over in that area, but he's not going to find a whole lot as the terrorist side of Method very slow and methodical this round. And we'll see where they decide to go. Toy is going to be harassing the subway. He's not going to find anything over in that avenue, and there's 3 CTs in this B bomb site now, so they're heavily dedicated over towards B right now for the Liquid side. And we'll see what they decide to do. Eli's going to get peeky over there. He's going to be able to spot one out over there by short B. He's actually continually pushing, getting very aggressive, and he finds the headshot on Adwait.
Yeah, good early find from Elige. And very, very spread out his Method at the moment, so there's no chance of a refrag there. They're just playing his spread out default. Adwait got a little bit too aggressive, and Elige punishes him for it. So now the bomb was in T-spawn. Ellie circles all the way back to pick it up, and they seem like they haven't quite decided what they want to do. Looks like it's more than likely going to be a B hit and try and allow Silent to lurk over towards this A bomb site. See if he can find a one-on-one when the rotations come in.
Adrenaline with this off by Optimus, still looking for something, but that push is coming in towards the B-bomb site, and there's 3 CTs just geared up and ready to rock, but Roberts is going to find the first blood onto Elige. His teammate over by Barrel is completely smoked off. He's mollied out, too. He's going to go down. Strebber finds the second one, and now that A-bomb site has been cracked, it's going to be Fugly to try to be the saving grace over here, who does manage to spot one, but Silent's going to go into Nitro and take him down. Strebber's going to find his third on the round, and that's going to leave Adren to go down to Silent. So a nice round from Method, as they do end up taking it with only 1 fatality and an up to boot on the back of Silent.
Yeah, that defense just crumbled. It looked like it was set up pretty well, but Hiko gets smoked off and then Molotov, and that doesn't allow him to back up Elige, so Elige gets killed for free, looking the wrong way, trying to spot Catwalk, thinking Hiko had his back, but that smoke was perfect, so from there, Hiko just kind of burns alive and is forced out to the open, and then it leaves just a 5-7 and a 1-on-3, so nice take from Method, and they finally reset the economy, something they couldn't do the entire first half.
So now Liquid down on their luck. They're not going to find the buy that they're looking for here, and it's going to be a quick push towards long A. Fugly is over here by Bathrooms. Going to be able to hear a lot of commotion going in that area, but Toy, he finds one, gets instantly dinked afterwards, so he's going to have to fall back. But again, that push coming in towards that A-bomb site, very, very quick. Strebber leading the push, bomb on his back, AK already out. Ready for any kind of resistance over in this area, but he's not going to find anything whatsoever. They got to be wary, though. Fugly is on this big flank from long A, and he does have Silent around the corner. Silent doesn't spot him just yet, so they do have a little bit of a standoff over in this area, and I think he spots his shoulder. There it is.
Yeah, now Nitro, though, he's on a big flank. He's all the way in playground, so he actually might be able to follow him, but he makes noise. I'm sure Toy had to have heard that. No, he is checking it, but not checking it deep enough. Nitro takes him out. Easy shot in red HP, and now he's going to have this battle with Silent, who's got the op. If Silent loses this op, that would just be terrible, and he does. This is a nice fight from Nitro. Now he's going to rotate over towards Fountain. He might have a chance for another one. Strebber recovers just in time, though, and still, they're not going to be able to find that AWP. The explosion might have actually blasted it over towards him, but nope, either way. That's a nice job by Nitro. Even Hiko grabbing one at the end there, so massive damage to the economy of Method. Nicely done from Liquid.
Yeah, Nitro is up to 23 kills now, really leading the way for his team by a pretty solid margin, 7 over Fugly. Adren still in the hunt, 15-9, but it's really been on the back of Nitro doing a sensational job there on the terrorist side, carrying over into the CT side, 13-7, though 6 rounds the difference. Method, they're not down and out just yet. And if they can reset that money one more time, they're going to be right back into this one, and with as low as that economy is on the CT side, they might be forced into a double eco if things don't go their way this round.
Yeah, this defense is going to have to show us something very, very good. Elige, once again, looking like he wants to be aggressive over towards short. It's still Adwade. He's just holding an angle down at the bottom of this ramp, and he's going to turn around at maybe the wrong moment. There's Elige. Swings out again and aggressively picks up Adwade. That same battle just happened 2 rounds ago. Elige wins it again. That puts him up to 13 kills, and Method still so deep on the map. No map control whatsoever, playing it very, very passively, very far back. The bomb is still down over by right above the ladder, so Strebber's going to have to go pick that one up. And it looks like Method is going to swing back, and this time they're going to try their chances over at the A-bomb site.
But this time Liquid's playing 3 players over in that area. Fugly's going to be over here by the APC, trying to make something happen, but it's really going to be difficult for the Method side to get in here. 4 men trying to make their way on in. The smokes come out. Good counter smoke coming out. And look at this boost here. Nitro going to be on the bottom of this one, trying to boost his teammate up to try to spot this one out over top of the smoke, and they're going to be able to one-way it, but there's the spray down. Toy's going to find the headshot. Fugly goes down as well. That bomb is getting planted, and the defenses are kind of in shambles right now. Off shot, going to be off the mark. Silent not going to be able to connect on that. Still looking for that P250 spray, but he's not going to be able to line that one up just yet. Smokes come out once again to try to hold them back even longer, and Liquid, it's a 3-on-4.
Yeah, they've got 1 smoke to use to smoke off this bomb as well.
There's the peek. Silent's going to hit the shot, peeking out around the corner. Ellie's going to be able to recover and take one down. Does he go on the bomb? No, he can't find it. Oh, there's the little stab from the knife. Ellie's going to be able to take down Hiko as that smoke starts to fade. And Method going to walk away with another 4-man stand on a gun round.
Yeah, this defense is not looking good for Liquid at the moment, which is insane because that's 2 rounds. It's 2 gun rounds now where Elige has given them a man advantage. They're losing these rounds in 4-on-5s. But it's just so interesting to see that. That round, Liquid, a little bit light on their... I mean, their buy was great in terms of their gun. They didn't have all the utilities, so they actually fell in a bathroom very, very early on, which is surprising because how passively Method's playing the opening of their T-sides, you know, they're not even getting into bathrooms until about 50 seconds, 45 seconds. If there's any kind of a fight there, it could slow things down. It could allow Liquid to have a lot more information, and they wouldn't have to worry about being behind the smoke walls on these executions. So,
right. get in their face and get those trades.
Right, it's just interesting that they're choosing to play it so passively very, very early on in the rounds. Either way, Method is just running with it.
And it's like you said, those past 2 gun rounds, here's a quick push in. Elige does manage to find one, but Hiko goes down immediately afterwards, as well as Adren. And hiding in the smoke is going to be, I believe, that's Nitro. No, that's Fugly hiding in the smoke. If he pushes here, he's going to be able to catch the back of Silent, but that's all he's going to get as Nitro, your last man standing. But the point that I wanted to touch on is, you said those past 2 gun rounds, you know, Elige gets him the opening pick, they lose 4v5, but it's not like it was even a close round in the long run. They lost decisively. 4 players alive for Method at the end of those rounds. So, I mean, it wasn't even that, like, that opening advantage made the round close in the long run. They just got completely annihilated 5v4.
Yeah, they were like both of those rounds that they lost in that fashion have been, yeah, you're exactly right, just destruction. So these defenses have got to shore up, got to do better when the executes do come in.
But again, we're going to see another buy coming out from the Liquid side. It's going to be M4s with that AWP to boot. And again, they're going to have a decent arsenal of grenades here. A couple of incendiaries on Elige and Fugly, so they're playing over there at that A bomb site. They're going to try to lock that one down. And Elige, he's again looking for this early pick onto Ellie, but he's not going to, pardon me, Adweight down there in short B water. He's not going to find him just yet, as he's a little bit more hesitant this time, as he's gotten picked off the last 2 gun rounds early on. And Elige, he's just going to play behind the pole here in the inside of that B bomb site.
Which makes you wonder all the more so this time when if Method, you know, executes in a 5-on-5 instead of a 4-on-5, how's it going to go? Is it going to be just as much of a crushing? Either way, here's Adren slowly peeking out, misses the shot. Silent picks him off. Nitro's here. It's kind of a little bit of a bait and switch, and Silent has got to be very, very careful if he chooses to stick long. He's all alone. He's got no teammates with him whatsoever, so Nitro could just have a field day.
Yeah, we'll see here. There it is. Silent's going to peek out. He does spot him. Oh, he goes for a little bit of a jump there, but he's going to go for the re-peek. Ellie's going to be able to find Fugly, and now he's going to be able to back up his teammate over here at long. But there it is. Nitro's going to push aggressively, takes him down, picks up the up. He's going to go for the peek, but it gets punished. Toy going to be able to find that frag. And there's your 5v5. And again, it's just another brutal take. Elige is going to find the frag on Adweight. It's just like Elige's got like this. He's like a homing missile just for Adweight. I'm pretty sure that out of the 14 kills, or pardon me, out of the 15, where is he? Out of the 15 kills that he has, I'm pretty sure like 8 of them are on Adweight.
Yeah, this defense from Liquid just cannot find where they want to. They're very hesitant to take fights. It seems that when their players do want to get aggressive to try and gather some information, they're not very confident in the play they're making, and they're just getting shut down completely. Adren that time going. Yeah, I mean, I'm just curious because he had the angle for the op at long for basically that whole round, and he gave it up and then comes back for a re-peek. That's when Silent was able to catch him off guard at an awkward angle. So this is starting to get very, very scary for Liquid. They still 3 rounds ahead, but none of these gun rounds on the CT side have looked promising, and they're going to be into another buy here. Hiko, Elige, Fugly, Adren, they all have M4s. It's only Nitro who hasn't bought up quite yet, and he's going to have an M4 as well. So another big round for Liquid here.
And honestly, for Liquid side, Hiko, he really needs to start stepping up and fragging here like we know that he can. That's really the big thing. He's only on 9 and 12, so he hasn't died but a handful of times here. But again, he's going to have to be ultra effective moving forward, and there's a nice opening pick, but pushing out from Subway, and Toy with the spray down. Adweight's going to find Elige, so finally he's going to get the better of him, and the push not happening just yet as that bomb has been dropped outside of terrorist spawn, so they're going to have to go back and recover that. But again, this defense just getting split wide open on the Liquid side.
It's going to be all on Fugly, because he's going to need to get aggressive here. He can't just stay passively in this 2-on-4, but he's actually got to be, he doesn't know this, but Silent's coming with his AWP over towards Log, and he's going to find him. Fugly just caught at the awkward moment where he's wide out in the open with no cover whatsoever, and it's all down to Hiko. This is actually, Toy's very, very low. He's got the bomb. If Hiko can get a decent spray and just connect with one bullet on the Toy, get a quick double kill, that would be huge.
Well, he's going to work his way up to Optimus. He's got Silent around the corner. He's going to go for the peek. Takes down one. He's got 3 more players to contend with. He's going to find the second one. That's going to be Toy down, but Roberts is there for the trade. And Method is now on 11 rounds. So this is a great showing on their terrorist side. They had nothing on their CT side. It was 11-4 in the first half. They have brought this one all the way back.
Yeah, and you can see the pause now out of Liquid, because this is just like, all right, we don't know what's going on anymore. This is 3 rounds now. That round, Liquid gets the opening kill again, and Method wins another 4-on-5, thanks to the heroics of Toy just spraying 2 members down from long range. So Liquid's defense is looking like Swiss cheese, man.
Yeah, a lot of holes there, a lot of holes.
Glad you picked that one up.
I got you, man.
This is just, yeah, this is scary now for Liquid. It's such a good thing that they had such a strong first half, because I mean, otherwise they would be down like so much in this matchup. And now, I mean, this is a situation where they can force buy here if they choose to. Hiko's got $6 grand, Fugly at Dread at 4,700. The other two are a little bit light, sitting around 3,500. But you know, they don't have a lot of opportunities left to give away rounds.
No, not at all. And I mean, I mean, this is probably. I mean, what do you expect to see here, Moses? 3,500 for Elige, 3,400 for Nitro. I mean, the rest of them are 4 plus. So, do you expect to see a buy out of Liquid? I mean, nothing's really been working. I'd like to see him get a little bit more aggressive here on the CT side.
If I'm calling for Liquid right now, I'm just saying, you know what? We still have 2 rounds until Method gets to 13. Let's save one. Let's have everything we could possibly want in the next round and make our stand there. And that way as well, you'll even if you buy out next round, when you buy out the following round completely, you're still going to have some money left over for the round after that. So you're just building up a little bit of a bank going into the home stretch of this matchup. But they've got to find something because Method's not doing anything special. They're not doing anything tactically. They're just staying very, very far back, and they're just hitting these bomb sites late, and it's working.
Well, they do opt to go for the buy, so we're going to see a FAMAS in the hands of Nitro and Elige, and the rest are going to have M4s. No op in play for Adren. And we'll see how that plays out here because Silent, he's really kind of stepped his game up moving into the second half here. That op has kind of come alive a little bit. And granted, he's only 17 and 19, but he's been getting a lot of crucial picks, and you can already see the aggression coming out towards Monster's side. There's a heavy play from the CT side over in this area. They're going to throw the flashes out. They're going to go ahead and push through Monster, and that's going to leave Hiko all over here behind the smoke. He's going to find the first one. Jumping on top is going to be Elige. Fugly's going to find one as well, so this is going to be a pretty solid-looking round now, as there it is. Elige's going to find a second, and Toy goes down. So 14 to 11, just like that. Liquid, they talk it over, and that force-up ends up paying off for them.
Yeah, it does. And that was also, with that pause time, Method's probably thinking, all right, they're going to come up with some kind of aggression and just assuming it's going to come towards that A bomb site. And just Liquid didn't seem to really change anything up. It was almost like they just took a pause. Like, all right, guys, everybody calm down. Just focus on winning this round. And they slaughter that fast B play, and that's really the first time we've seen Method do that.
And that was a nice bait and switch in that B-bomb site. I mean, Elige got himself right up behind the boxes, behind default there, and while Hiko was taking that battle and got that opening pick, they kind of all turned their direction over towards the pole, and Elige was able to just spring up and find another couple of frags over in that area. So good job from Liquid. Good little team play there. But is it going to be enough? I mean, they've given up a lot of rounds to Method. Now, if Method win this, it's going to reset that economy once again on the Liquid side, and they could be back up to within a round. And there it is, Elige early aggression.
Yeah, and he took some punishment for it, down to 39 HP. He just falls away. A little bit of nade damage on top of that, but this is back to Method just playing it slow, much like we've seen them do throughout that win streak before they just lost that last round. 55 seconds left, and now Ellie's going to go back and get the bomb, and they're going to start making their move, and they're going to see where they choose to go. Ellie's going to bring the bomb over towards the B site, so I imagine Silent with this op is maybe going to try and find a pick over towards the A site, but Toy's going to come down these stairs and meet up for a B hit eventually.
Yeah, and already Strebber, he's lined up and ready to rock and roll over by Monster, but Hiko, he's playing this off angle behind there, and this is a little bit of a different position from him because he's been playing from barrels almost methodically the entire time, and there you go. Now you see, ooh, how did that flash, what did that hit? I think the sign poking out there, and Toy's going to not have as effective of a flash there, but here comes the hit in towards this bomb site, and Hiko, he's blinded. He's going to go down. 19 HP left for Strebber, but there's the opening pick, and they just push on through the Molotov, and now they're going to be looking for some damage in this bomb site. 2 players on Method, very, very low. You've got Elige low as well. There's the op from Heaven. Adren's going to be able to line up one, but that bomb plant, and Elige stuck in pit, and look at this. They evacuate the bomb site. It's just going to be Ellie to hold, but one tap, Elige finds Strebber. They're going to push on up. Ellie goes down. Toy is going to be able to find one, but he gets walled down from Elige, and this is a great round from Liquid as Silent going to come on around, and Elige is going to be there, sprays him down through the wall as well. So a big round from Elige, and they go up 15 to 11.
Yeah, huge round from Elige. They needed that absolutely because Hiko gets caught with a nade in his hand. You can tell he's just not feeling the rhythm of this game very much whatsoever. He's sitting back down at 12 kills. He hasn't had a great match whatsoever, but Elige steps it up there, 3 kills for him. That hit comes in, and they take so much damage from the nades entering, but as long as Liquid holds that water pit, that retake is alive. That's such a crucial position to hold for whichever team takes that site. So Liquid now 15 to 11. The Magic seems to have died. They do have a buy with that plant going on. They have a lot of utility due to that extra $800 and one more chance here to make the miracle happen.
And miracle indeed. I mean, this comeback was absolutely sensational from them. I mean, getting 7-2 on their terrorist side before you really saw Liquid kind of spring to life here in the last couple of rounds. But it is going to be another buy-up. They do have Adren again, aggressive here in bathrooms. He's going to be looking for that pick over by the fountain in mid, but Nobody's really going to be encroaching on that position. You've got Ellie around the corner who could walk into this, but Dren's thinking that he overstayed his welcome. Going to go ahead and fall on back into the site. Going to post up by Optimus and try to find something over here by the dumpster, and that's really going to just be a turtled-up defense approach here from the Liquid side. Hiko, though, he's getting spammed up. I believe that was through the boards as he's down to 50 HP.
Yeah, but all of Method has evacuated outside this B bomb site. They're going to start encroaching on Bathroom. No defensive pressure from Liquid onto this, so it's basically free control, free map control for Method. They're going to be allowed to execute onto this bomb site. It's got to go better than last time. Kind of scary. Dren switching positions with Fugly, so here's a small window of opportunity for the execution, but now that is closed shut. Nitro gets caught with a nade in his hand, gets shot at, but there's a pick from Dren.
They're still looking for him from the backside of Optimus, but they don't realize that Nitro is as close as he is. Toy's just going to walk right into that. Nitro having a field day. He's going to find 1 and 2. Fugly chimes in onto Silent. The last man standing is Adwade. Boom goes the Dynamite. 16-11 is going to be your final score.
Yeah, that pause does wonders for Liquid. So whatever they talked about, or maybe they just settled themselves down and got back to it. Either way, they win 3 straight after the pause. They're going to take that match. Got a little bit scary there at the end. But either way, a good victory after a strong first half.
It absolutely got scary there for a little while from Liquid. But how many times have we seen those pauses pay off? I mean, you see it. The one team that springs to mind 99.9% of the time when it comes to an effective pause usage is Fnatic. I mean, how many times have we seen them get down, lose a couple of rounds in a row, take a pause, talk things over, and just come back out swinging? Liquid did it in this matchup, but we've seen Fnatic do it time and time again.
Yeah, those pauses are pretty crucial, and it's not just I mean, Fnatic is kind of known for it, but every team really. I think at the last Pro League finals, it was like 100% of the time a team took a pause, they would win the next round. Kept track of that throughout the tournament, so they're impressive tools no matter what is discussed. But either way, an impressive first half from Liquid. A little bit sketchy on the second. They pull it out. Either way, Method putting up more of a fight than we thought, or at least I thought they would have, especially considering they have a ringer in there. And so good stuff.
Well, he did good. Adwade actually did a pretty damn good job there for the Method side. He wasn't the bottom fragger, so it's not like he wasn't effective, wasn't getting kills or anything like that. So he definitely did a good job, especially once he started to come into his own there in the second half. I know that Elige was actually getting the better of him time and time again, but you know he finally started to step up, and that was kind of one of the things that allowed them to be successful there on the terrorist side.
Yep, and with that, we're going to take a quick break, and Method is going to have to shake that one off because when we come back, they've got a doubleheader. It's going to be Method versus Enemy, and that's going to be on DE Inferno. So after the break, we'll be back with that matchup for you guys.
We are going to go live right now into the knife round, so we will see Method on the terrorist side, Enemy on the CT side momentarily. Depending on who ends up taking this one, we'll see them probably switch or otherwise, well, the two options, either switch or stay. But nevertheless, we will be seeing this knife round unravel right now, boys and girls. Yeah, and Enemy doing a good job already.
And to me, if Enemy wants to win this one, they're going to have someone on their team, like especially early on in a new team's move up to the professional division. They're going to have a pretty stellar individual performance out of someone. And to me, that's got to either be Kusta, and also I think Mainline. It's Mainline that I've seen have some other good performances for Enemy. So those two guys, I think specifically, are who Enemy's got to look to have a good start to this match.
Yeah, and there you go. Well, Enemy, they're going to get the pick of the sides here, and they're probably going to opt to stay on the CT side. I really don't see a reason for them to switch over, so that's exactly what's going to happen. Enemy's CT, going to be Kusta, Relics, Uber, Mainline, and Anomaly facing off against the Method squad once again. That's Strebber, Toy, Silent, Ellie, and Adwade. And we're going to get this live into the pistol round, see who comes out swinging in this matchup.
It's only Ellie's picked up any kind of utility for his team. He's got a smoke, he's got 2 flashbangs, and he's actually going to use the smoke right off the bat up mid. That's to deny any kind of information to see if they're going to head over towards this B site. It also keeps him pushed back a little bit. Entire team is going to come up all mid, and he's going to throw a pop flash, but it's going to be a heavy Halls play with 2 coming up mid delayed, but this is a double pit. Kusa's got a 5-7 close up, and he could just wreck everything, but he misses the initial shot. They stream out, he does find one, and Mainline bails him out of the second kill. Now they're into the bomb site, but both CT's still alive. Finally, Kusa falls, but Relics and Mainline do a little bit more damage, and the retake's already in. They delayed just long enough. And the remaining enemy members just slaughter everyone as they retake the bomb site.
Yeah, great job there from Relics, holding off that push, preventing the plant, picking up 2 big frags from that, and then obviously that real fast push. You saw how heavy they were at the beginning of the round on Banana, and just pushing all the way down through mid, able to find another pick there in the pit at the end of that round. So Enemy going to be able to take that pistol round 1-0 for them. They are going to go. Now, last time we saw a very heavy rifle buy on the second round from Team Liquid on their terrorist side of Overpass. This time we're going to see a little bit more modest of a buy here from Enemy. Kusta going to have a buy and 64 bullets of death to rain down as he's popping shots with that USP down through mid.
Yeah, and they've got so many nades behind this as well, so if they could find some good nade damage with the HEs and these choke points, the first one doesn't do anything. But a lot of opportunities to soften up this terrorist side team.
There's a nade down through mid. That's going to be off the mark as well. So these nades not finding any damage whatsoever. They've only got one left on the back of Anomaly, who I believe is playing behind Truck. Yes, he is. So we'll see where they decide to go here on the terrorist side, because they have bought up. There's only 2 players with no armor, but that's going to be Ellie with a little bit of a nade kit himself. He does have the bomb on his back, a smoke flash Molotov combination. We'll see where they decide to go. They are looking like they're going to press a little bit over towards this B-bomb site. That's going to be Relics just shoulder peeking to find a little bit of information.
Yeah, but still, I don't think Method's going to be expecting so many smokes to be in this choke point. This one goes down, a nice pop flash as well. 4 members of Method here, they don't have any, they're going to have to go through this. So there's the first smoke over towards CT spawn, but no one executing, waiting for any kind of counter nades, but nothing's come out quite yet.
A little bit of a harassment over there in mid, and Toy is actually going to be able to draw the rotation off. The push is coming in. Pushing through the smoke was Uber. This is all going to be on Relics to hold this down, and he's doing it well. He's going to find the first 2. Looking for a third one. He's going to be able to find that as well. Uber pushing back on through, finds the last 2, and they just get destroyed. Skylar with a huge hold at that B-bomb site.
Yeah, and he absolutely had to do that because Uber gets pulled away by Kusta falling on Rap side. That sucked him off, so it was basically a 1-on-3 until he could get back to the smoke to support his teammate, but a nice, massive, a really impressive hold from Enemy on that B-bomb site.
Yeah, big ups to Relics on that hold. He's 5-1 already after the first 2 rounds, and he put a lot of money in the bank that last round, getting a couple of those SMG kills. Nice job from him. Enemy GG. Going to be up 2-0. It's going to be another full save here for the terrorist side of Method. They only have, well, they've upgraded a couple of pistols, but that's Kusta going nuts in mid. Going to find 2 quick headshots. Strebber and Silent both down and out, and that's going to be a 2-man advantage now for the CT side. And mainline through the smoke finds Toy. Ellie's going to get aggressive. Mainline just decapitates him, lops off the head, right at the shoulders. And Adwait does have a little bit of a saving grace, finds Uber, but that's just an SMG down, no big deal. And Relics is going to clean that one up. So 3-0, and only 5 frags on the board, 3 of them coming in pistol round for Method.
Yeah, now we have the op at Akusa, and Silent picks one up as well on the terrorist side. So that's going to be the big duel, and it's going to be interesting to see where Silent takes this AWP, where he decides to go with it, because it's a hard map to op on the T side. And if he can't find anything, I mean, this is where Kusta can just have a field day. It's going to be a triple push out B. They're going to get him in position at car, but he's actually mollied back, so he can only grab a small angle as he tries to creep his way out. And there's Strebber. What a shot. Doesn't even stop moving. Eliminates Kusta.
Beautiful job there from Strebber. That's the opening pick that Method was looking for. Now they can slow things down and spread the defense. As you can see, it's still a 2-2 split, but they're going with that double pit play here on the A bomb site, and I like this. How do you feel about this? You lose a player, you're playing with a man down, you've only got 2 players playing in A. Best defense, double pit?
Yeah, double pit is great. I mean, this is perfect, especially being a man down. The only issue is you could see Uber coming over, rotating to watch the Rap side, because up on top of that balcony is mainline, and he's a little bit exposed, and he's actually going to get aggressive. There's a pop flash in the halls. Misses its mark just a little bit, and he's not there to take full advantage of it. But look at this. Now Uber, he's blocked into library, and there's a split towards CT spawn. He's getting wrapped upon, but the bomb is falling back mid. So they're going to come back to this B-bomb site. And Uber's going to have a huge play to make, and actually, Ellie doesn't get in quick enough, and Uber's able to spray down 1, runs out of bullets, Adwait grabs him, but there's Relics with the AWP in the back of the bomb site. He's got to come up huge. Misses the second shot. He's got to survive for the retake. Both members of the counter-terrorist team, they've got an Anomaly flanking down mid, and Relics, he's just holding on as long as possible. He can't land any more shots, though. But the plan is being prevented here by Anomaly. Nicely done.
Yeah, Mainline actually taking that early peek, was able to find a little bit of damage. They drop another one, and it's going to be Toy versus Mainline 1 versus 1. Toy trying to get that plant, and now coming around from behind is going to be Mainline in a 1v1. Toy does have positional advantage on him right now, trying to come around from Pit, but that Molotov, though, is going to flush him out into the open, and Mainline's going to capitalize, and that's another round for Enemy GG. It came down to a close one, And, yeah, a little bit of BM there from mainline, but that's going to be okay. He should be able to pick up that AWP for Kusta for the next round, and Enemy GG going to take a 4-0 lead.
That's such an incredible round to win for Enemy. They were at disadvantage everywhere they went. Uber was able to rotate over quick enough to grab one, and then Relix just delays long enough for that flank to come down. And that's the thing. If you're defending the A bomb site and there's a B split, you really have two options. You've either got to aggressively power yourself through CT spawn and clear out all the angles, or you just push down mid and you flank them up banana. That's exactly what happened, but that doesn't work if Relix doesn't stay alive at triple that entire time.
And now you can see Anomaly's going to go ahead and drop that smoke at the top side of Banana to slow things down on the terrorist side at the beginning of this one. You can see a little bit of a heavy alt-mid presence here from him, and very turtled up on T-spawn stairs just at the beginning of this round. They are on another save here. They did pick up armor on 4 out of the 5 players. Silent does have the CZ-75. Going to be looking for something, but Strebber, again, opening things up. The Juan dig onto Anomaly in the top side of mid.
Yeah, these Deagles lately, man, they've been powerful. So now Kusta, he still has that AWP on wrap side. He's got to come up huge. Looked like he was trying to shoot away the gun just a little bit so it couldn't be recovered, but either way, Uber's rotated over very quick. He's going to throw a smoke over towards the B bomb site so he can stick around and help out his AWPer. And Method is just lining up to hit up mid. They actually have a lot of utility behind this. 3 flashbangs left, 1 Molotov as well.
Molly goes down into mid. Uber should have a field day here trying to clean some up. He sprays his clip. He doesn't find the damage that he was looking for. It does eliminate 1, but they did manage to get 1 player up on the truck side. Actually, 2 players over in that area, and now they're going to go for this smoke plant into this A bomb site. Are they going to be able to prevent this? No. The bomb does get planted. Uber is able to clean up another one. He's going to find a third on the round. Relix is coming around from the side, able to find another one. But Toy, he's going to find another one with that Tech 9 going for mainline, but mainline is going to get the better of him and takes him down. So 5-0. A scary round for Enemy there at the end. I mean, very low for mainline and Relix.
Yeah, also just a little bit of a light investment for Method there on that, and they still get a lot of work done with it. They get the plant, they get 3 kills, so they're keeping the economy low enough to where if they start winning here, they can reset the economy quickly, but that plant is the big thing. Silent's going to get back on that AWP. Outside of that, it's all AK-47s, and everyone's got every single day they could have asked for.
Yeah, I mean, did you see at the start of the round how much money both Strebber, Toy, and Silent all had? They were all over 7K. That's huge coming off an eco round.
Yep, that's massive. Well, it also helps. I mean, it's a little bit bad that they've had that much because that means they just have a full losing bonus, and this is another bad thing. Silent going for a pickup mid. Kusta's there on wrap side, so it wasn't smoked off. So Silent, that's where he thinks he could find his pick early, but Kusta wins that battle, and now he's going to get aggressive with it. Now he's going to peek down alt mid, holding an angle. No map control whatsoever for Method off that first kill.
Yeah, and if Kusta just holds here, he should be able to find another one. A little late on that shot, and he's going to get flashed out. Anomaly is going to be there in Cubby to try to hold this one back. That nade is just a little bit off the mark. There's a pop flash and a smoke. Mainline trying to hold on to porch side. They're going to spray down through the smoke, but there's no players that have pushed up into brackets just yet. And a re-smoke up into apartments. So again, no map control being gained here on the terrorist side. They're going to try to favor towards that B-bomb site now, and this is Relix all by his lonesome.
Yeah, Uber's been pulled off that B site a couple times just by any kind of pressure on wrap side, and Uber just kind of books it over towards A, so they're very, very wary of maybe feeling they have a little bit of a weakness on that wrap defense in practice. Either way, he's gotten back to the B-bomb site just in time with a man advantage, no reason to rotate that early. And him and Relix have a pretty solid crossfire setup.
There it is. Toy with the lurk in mid. He's going to be able to find Kusta, and that's going to draw Anomaly a little bit back. Now, Toy going to be coming through CT. No, he's actually going to bide his time and try to go for more rotators. But this is going to be a push in towards B. And Anomaly, he's rotating off at the wrong time. The push is coming in. It's a 3-man play. Toy is going to get caught out here in CT, and now Anomaly's going to be able to book it back, and that's going to be Relix. He peeks out, going to find Strebber. That's the bomb. And Uber turtled up in the back of the site, drops 2 more, and that will be Enemy GG. That's a relatively clean round for them, so that's not going to hurt their economy whatsoever.
Yeah, that man advantage that Kusta gave him, I mean, that's huge. That means that Uber gets to stay in the back of that bomb site. They're as far away from rotations, but they're solidified in their position behind the boxes, and there was no utility for Method. They were out of Molotovs, they were out of nades. They couldn't really force him out of those spots, so easy cleanup for Enemy. And Method this time, unlike Overpass, they've just been stumped on their T side.
Still relatively early in the half, though. It's only the 7th round. We're not even halfway through this first half, so they've got plenty of time to try to figure this one out, but it's really going to start weighing on them soon. There's a nice nade. Roberts already down to 25 HP. And just off of nade damage alone, he hasn't even seen a CT yet.
Yeah, and now this is just passive play at this A bomb site, and you could see all of Method is grouped up in wrap side, waiting for some kind of execute up mid, but I mean, this is a position where Kusta's just been dominant. They're going to have to smoke him off. They're going to have to force him back, and actually he does it voluntarily. He gets back towards the corner to just watch from far away. This is going to allow him to support over towards lane, and here comes a wall of smokes lane side. 3 of them just line up, blocks off Anomaly, and Mainline completely. Flashes come out. Here comes the hit. Mainline is not blind. Molotov slows down the hall push, though.
Yeah, an Anomaly is going to be there. Mainline's going to be able to draw first blood. He's pushing on into apartments. He does good damage to Toy, but Toy trades it. Toy is going to lose his life in the long run anyway, and that's the bomb down as well. So it's going to be on Strebber and Silent to try to clutch this one out in a 2v4. This defense of an enemy side has looked very, very good so far.
Yeah, actually, Mainline, that's a really cool play by him. He knows the lineup through a smoke to kill that planter. And that strategy from Method, that's designed just to get the bomb planted inside the smoke and fall back. That just means they don't have confidence in their hit and able to take that bomb site, try and throw something gimmicky at the defense, and it doesn't pan out for him. Now it's just on to Strebber, and with 10 seconds left, he's got no chance at a 1-on-4. Bomb down in the site, he just falls back to save the AK.
So 7-0 now for Enemy. They've trumped Method. They have stumped them at every avenue so far, like Moses said. And again, another 4 men alive. Relics, he's going to peek the wrong way, but he's lucky to get out of that one with his life. Had the back, but wasn't able to capitalize. And right now, it's the Uber and Relics show with support for Mainline. I mean, they're fragging out right now. 10-2 for Relics, 10-3 for Uber, 7-2 for Mainline. All of them sitting at 1 FPR or above. A little slow to the party is going to be Anomaly and Kusta, but that's okay. When the rest of your team's fragging out and you're up 7-0, I wouldn't care about getting kills.
Yeah, now that they just have so much money as well that they can afford all these smokes and Molotovs, and you can see it's like no one for Method is getting kills whatsoever. The most they have is 5 after 7 rounds, so this is actually brutal for Method.
Kusta barely missing that, but look at the aggression in apartments. This time they're going to find the early pick onto Ellie. Mainline going to be able to find that. Roberts down to 48 HP himself as well, so a lot of nade damage again at the beginning of this round. And you can see Uber, he's pushed up aggressively in Banana, so they're switching up the pace on enemy side, and I really like what I'm seeing from their CT side. You've seen, you know, they lose the opening pick, they go passive as Kusta picks up another one. That's going to be the bomb down in middle. And, you know, they really switch things up. They went a little bit more aggressive this round, pushing Mainline up into hallway, pushing Uber down into Banana, and now they've got a little bit more map control.
Yeah, they've just lost too many players early on. 3-on-5, they have 2 smokes to utilize, but this is just too much damage they've taken, although this A bomb side is very, very weak. Mainline's in pit, and they have Kusta over towards Rap side, but 3 members cheating over towards that B bomb site. No real need for that whatsoever. Mainline's going to get mollied out of position. Fortunately, some fire in lane prevents Method from pushing up through it, so this defense still holding strong, and there's Mainline. He's got the angle on Strebber. He grabs the second one. That's Silent who falls. One more underneath Porch. And he goes nowhere. Kusta's going to clean him up with a 5-7. Defense still holding strong. Nobody falling for Enemy that time, and they're putting together a great defensive half.
Yeah, and I mean, only one player took any damage that round as well. That was Mainline, who was down to half health. He hasn't even bought up head armor. There's really no need for him to do so. It might be a little bit more of an importance this round as it is going to be a save here from the terrorist side.
Yeah, no plant leaves everyone pretty much sitting right around $3,000, so he upgrades some pistols. They grab 1 flashbang, but that's not going to do much for him. Kusa's going to take the opportunity. Peek down mid, finds another first kill. Strebber falls for free, and another 5-on-4 for Enemy.
Yeah, and I mean, Method, they just haven't had any luck with this early man advantage game. And Silent, he's going to get caught out here at the bottom of Banana. Uber's going to find a nice shot. Kusta with another one this round. Adweight down and out, and it's already a 2 versus 5. Even though it's an eco round, you expect maybe a little bit of damage being done, but Anomaly sprays down Toy at the top side of mid, and that leaves Ellie all the way in T-spawn with the bomb on his back, and they're just going to go for the hunt, and they're going to get the kill anyway. Stacking up money on enemy side. Look at him.
Yeah, this is just a beatdown right now. Method's got to do something this round. They've got to either fight around, they've got to do some damage, they've got to do some kind of progress, because they're just getting shut down. They have no response for Kusta whatsoever. Silent's going to pick up the op again, but he's been losing this battle pretty consistently.
Yes.
Fortunately,
yes,
because they saved that round, they have all the utility they need. They even have about $1,000 to $2,000 stacked up in the bank. Behind this, there's Kusta. He goes for a wide peek, feeling confident, but Silent beat him to the spot, takes him off the map. So this is a great opening for Method, and this is something they absolutely have to capitalize on.
And we'll see if they can do just that here in a moment's notice. They are going to leave Uber over at the B-bomb site all by himself. As you can see, Relics actually rotating over to CT spawn, maybe favoring towards that A-bomb site. You can see the smoke getting thrown over by Skylar. Going to hold that area, cordon it off with the smoke for a little while longer. That was pretty early, though. That's 1:15 left on the clock, so that smoke's going to fade probably around 55 seconds. And that's going to leave Uber pretty exposed. He does have a smoke himself, but no Molotov to put behind it. And it's going to be a little bit more risky, but it is going to be an A hit, so the enemy side, they're gambling correctly at the beginning of this one, but now they're going to filter back. Method switching it up, going to go back towards the B bomb site, and this is going to leave Uber by himself. He needs to drop out that smoke. I believe he already has, actually. So this is going to be a really difficult hold for him.
Yeah, they use far too much utility on that when they feel pressure over at middle. This is actually going to be this B hit. Uber's going to stay far, far back in dark corner. Just waiting for them to come into the bomb site. There's two members here. There's Relix. He grabs the first kill on top of Spittles. Uber grabs one as well. He grabs a second. God. They're just shutting this attack down. All of a sudden, Method is just crushed.
And it's going to be Silent in the pit to try to find somebody. I said Silent, not Summit in the pit. And there it is. Uber going to find a third headshot this round. Toy, the saving grace. Can he do it in a 1 versus 3? He's made it a 1v2, but he's still got to deal with Uber and Relix both looking in the same direction. And Uber's got the angle. Uber with the spray down, but he can't connect. And that's going to be Relix now 1 versus 1. 6 HP for Toy. He's trying to get the plan. He's got no time to think about it. And, well, Relix going to miss the spray. Can Toy do this 1v1? Relix coming around the corner. He's going to spot him out. What the hell was that spray? Gets blinded, but he does get the kill, and that will be enemy GG getting another frag.
Yeah, that's heartbreaking. They make the adjustment back towards B. I thought actually enemy put up too much of a resistance with the Molotovs in middle. They had a 3-man stack there, so that's where they want Method to hit because they have 3 of 4 members playing there. So there's no reason to scare him away with a Molotov, but they rotate back just in time. That hit on the B bomb site a little bit too slow on the part of Method. So 10-0 now for enemy. This is just brutal.
Yeah, and like you said, I mean, this is just a beatdown at this point, but how many times have we seen teams late in the half bring it back a little bit? I mean, Method, they might feel comfortable getting 3 or 4 rounds here if they can do so, but this defense from the CT side has just been huge. Uber's going to get mollied out of car, takes about 19 damage, but Kusta aggressive in halls. Nice shot on the Toy, rips him a new one, and that's going to be that opening advantage going the way of the CT side of enemy again.
And there's mainline, he's still in the halls. This is so much damage being dealt to Method before they can even do anything really that effective. They can't even gain ground. Now mainline swings out with the pistol. Adweight drops him, but there's Kusa with the op. He responds. Strubber grabs one, but it's a 2-on-3, and they've left the bomb down at the T ramp, so they've got to go all the way back to grab it. And Adweight, he's trying to find a pickup mid, but this defense in the A site has turned passive, so no free kills for them.
Look at all the utility that Kusa has. A. Yeah,
he's got a Zeus, 3 nades.
He's fully loaded, fully torqued, and ready to rock and roll, and they are going to be testing him on that side, so he should be turning around here because they might be able to hear some footsteps coming up. There they are. They're already out in front. They're going to catch him unawares, and Strebber's going to find that frag. They push into CT. Now, Kusta's going to be able to relay that information. Uber falls back, and he's just going to bide his time from construction. Now, they're just patiently waiting. They've split the defense. Now, they're looking for that 1v1 over in that A-bomb site. That's going to be Anomaly, just spotting for the head of Roberts and taps him away. That's the bomb down. 23 seconds. And he's going to reposition all the way back up into halls. That bomb is going to push in towards that A-bomb site. It should be able to get planted here. Adweight just tapping it, waiting for that bait to come out from Anomaly. But now he's going to be in a little bit more of a predicament because Uber's coming around from the arch side. They're going to be able to spot this one out. Anomaly from halls. They're just looking for Adweight. They're going to wait for their teammate to converge on this area. And there's the peak. They spot him out. There's the frag. Anomaly takes him down in 11-0 as enemy GG continue this route.
Yeah, great play by Anomaly. Just grabbing the angle, looking over that center box in the bomb site, the salvable box, and just grabs a free kill. And that's kind of a scary spot when you're defense in a 2-on-2 because there's no way you can really meet up with your teammates. So you've just kind of got to split up. You've got to play positions where you can grab information, maybe sneak off a kill just like Anomaly did, and just survive from there and wait for the rotation. So a very, very well played 2-on-2 by Anomaly there. Gives him the 11th round. Still a complete shutout on the side of Method.
And now Method in that infinite money cycle, they're going to be able to buy up for the remainder of this half regardless. That bomb plant was able to put that off back in the hands of Silent, so we'll see where he decides to go with that this round. He is going to be playing up here in Uber up on top of car. He's going to get spotted, and Silent just can't get the trigger off in time to try to get that shot off, and Uber's going to get out of there in time. So that's a little bit of info gathered, and a little bit of a tough spot for the Method side to be in as that smoke comes in from the A bomb site. And they've still got some utility over here at B as well, so smoke on Uber, smoke on Relix. They're going to be able to hold this down, and now Relix pushing up in this smoke. This is risky.
Yeah, it is a little bit, but that smoke is still going to keep them a little bit honest on the terror side, so they actually fall away. Just one member left there to lurk it just a little bit. That's Strebber, waiting for any kind of spam so he doesn't get shot through the smoke on accident. He's going to fall away. They're getting ready to hit onto the same bomb site. Mainline and Anomaly playing a little bit of a double pit. Mainline's up on balcony. And this is just Kusa with the AWP. Now that he has this off this whole half, I mean, they've given him pretty much free reign to be the solo player on Rap side. Throws a molly into the smoke. That's a small mistake, but not too much to worry about his method. 20 seconds, they're really running this clock out. It's actually making enemy very nervous about a B hit. They've got to be careful.
Molotov on the truck side, though. That's going to stave off this push for a little while longer. Toy and Halls, he's going to be able to find one, but Mainline capitalizes, takes one down. Dinks, Toy as well, and Mainline going to find another one playing from pit. He's going to be able to find a third on a Toy. He's doing it all by himself, holding this bomb site by his lonesome. 5 seconds for the plant. They will be able to get it down, but this is going to be Strebber just trying to hold an angle now, silent the backside of that site. And there it is, Strebber, your last man standing. He gets cleaned up. Mainline, beautiful play from him. Gets the quad. Very patient, picking off those 1v1s the entire time. Great job.
Yeah, he's been very good at pit this whole time. Just surviving is all you really need to do there, but he grabs up 4 kills on top of it. That corrals the method player. He plants the bomb, but he's got nowhere to go after that since pit isn't clear. He's got to stay in that bomb site, and he's basically an easy kill when the retake does come in.
Yeah, and it was Silent who had an AWP too, so that's not a favorable spot to be playing in AWP.
I wonder if we can possibly curse this. Like, if I mention that there's a goose egg still on the board, is Method just going to come forward and win this round?
The 16-0 dream, boys. The 16-0 dream is alive. Let's see if the caster's curse actually happens here. Look at this aggression on B. Mainline's going to be over here. He sprays down 2. He's got teammates to help. That's going to be Uber with 1, 2, and 3. See you later. 13-0.
He just set up a clothesline there against that wall. Just 3 members walk right into headshots. So nicely done from Uber. Another good defense from enemy. 13-0 now.
Wrecked in that B-bomb site. 13-0. Enemy GG on top. Still a goose egg. Caster's curse hasn't come into play, and that resets the money. No plant there for Method. They're saving for last.
If Method gets around in this half, I think we're going to take full credit for it with the curse. But now look at this aggression down mid. Kusa gets the first kill. The mainline and Uber just spray the rest of them down. Yeah, not at all. They don't want any chance of Method grabbing that round there. So aggression down mid, they shut it down. 14-0 now.
21-4 for Uber, 18-5 for Mainline, 12-3 for Relics right now, 12-8 for Kusta. They're all contributing. Anomalies just like, come on, guys. WTF, mate. I need kills too. Nah, 14-0.
Those are the best matches when you have like 5 kills and you're still winning this much. You're just so happy. It's like the easiest game of your life.
There you go. Finally, Silent's going to be able to open things up. Finds 1, finds 2. Kusta gets traded out of B. He was the lone player. Could it be the dream? Method looking for their first round. They've got the man advantage in a 3 versus 4.
Yeah, and Uber, he's just grabbing intel in this bedroom. He hears these footsteps in alt mid, so he knows there's somewhere there. This might actually prompt Mainline to push, and it does. He gets dropped. This looks like it's going to be a round for enemy. 2 members... round for Method, excuse me. 2 members already into this B bomb site. Rotate's not even there whatsoever. They're going to get a bomb plant. This is going to be a scary, scary retake for enemy. Well, not that scary. They're up 14-1. They probably don't care.
Probably not. With the way that they played the last 2 rounds with that Uber aggression. Literally Uber aggressive. Nice spray to Uber. He's just having a hell of a match right now. He can't miss. Finds the headshot through the smoke on a Strebber. Looking for another one, but there you go. Ellie, he's finally on the board. That's his first frag of the matchup, too. He's 1-1-14, and he gets a second one to boot. So Method finally on the board. It's 14-1. So the caster's curse finally pays off, and Method's on the board. We take credit. Thank you.
Yeah, that was a round one for us.
14-1. I just... the Method comeback, the dream, could it be there? Could they pick the pistol round and then walk with this one? I wouldn't have guessed either, but we've seen some crazy things. Dust 2, Fnatic Nip. 14-1.
Okay. I mean, you can't throw out Fnatic Nip as to evidence why enemy and Method is going to get to 15-15. That's just craziness.
I've seen, well, you know, crazy things happen from time to time. You never know what's going to happen in a matchup like this. But the likelihood of that happening is very, very, very unlikely. Enemies should be able to take this one without too much of a problem, but we'll see here. Going into this pistol round, we do see Kusta picking up the P250. The rest are going to remain on Glocks. And we'll see how they decide to play this one out. They do have a smoke flash on Kusta, smoke flash on Anomaly, so it's going to be a set strategy for them. As you can see, they're just turtled up at the beginning of this round. 3 players pushing up an alternate middle. And again, it's going to be a 3-2 on the CT side. 3 players over there in that B-bomb site. Nice grenade, though, is going to find some sweet damage on the main line.
Yeah, they're just staying at the bottom of T ramp, waiting for the counter terrorists to push up Banana. There's Mainline with the first kill. Now they're going to wrap around towards B. They pulled the rotation down mid. That was Strebber caught out in the open. Now they're going to push towards B. 3 members here, though. This is perfect for Method, and they slaughter everyone. Everyone from Enemy just falls within a couple seconds.
Silent actually got a double kill with the P2000, the headshot, plus the collateral. Nice job from them, and there you go. Method! The comeback is real!
Yeah, that was those 2 enemy players, or those 3 enemy players going up alternate. They were there to just kind of pull that push down from B. If there's so many footsteps heard by the defense at that A bomb site, those B player gets a little bit antsy on the flank, and they just push through. And then you have 3 players either ready to just pounce on them and assassinate them, or just have a free run up Banana towards that B bomb site. Either way, it gets shut down completely. But Enemy, they don't want to give it up quite yet. They upgrade. They have Tech 9 armor. They've got Deagle. They've got 1 flashbang on Kusta.
It's going to be a very heavy investment here from the enemy side. You can see Desert Eagle in hand, and Mainline's going to find Silent over there on Arch side at CT spawn, and that's going to be the opening that they're looking for to get a rotation off of that B bomb site. Ellie through the smoke, though, is going to find Anomaly to even things back up onto a 4 versus 4. The bomb is down at T ramp, so they're going to have to go back and fetch that in the long run, but they're already pushed up here on the Arch side, and Kusta just barely gets back to brackets just in time. He did manage to go up there and salvage that M4, too. He's got head armor, so this could be very risky, and Strebber's looking at the corpse of his enemy, or of his teammate, going, where the hell did that rifle go?
Yeah,
Sneaky beaky.
Yeah, this hit on the B bomb site hasn't come fast enough, though, because now Strebber's back. So there's actually going to be 2 people. They've set up a crossfire, CT spawn, and those triple boxes. And here comes the push. Is this M4 going to do anything? Strebber's going to swing out, try and grab an angle. They do take out, Strebber, 2 kills there. He clinches it. Oh, what a nice dink on Akusa as he's falling away. So the triple player falls, but Strebber's there to hold the fort down.
So there you go. This should be an easy cleanup for Method now. Nice shot with that dink from the P2000 onto Kusta, and he just pushes on in, gets the last kill. That's the triple on the round for him, gets the M4 as well. So he put a lot of money in the bank, staying dedicated to that SMG, getting all 3 of the kills with it.
Yeah, I would have liked for the enemy players to get a little bit aggressive. Once you kill that ramp side player, you know the rotation comes from the B bomb site. That's that second player who gets pulled away. You had 2 players just sitting at B. That's something where they could have gotten aggressive, swung into water, and just tried to duel that player behind those triple boxes and clear out the site for their teammates to come back late in the round. Either way, they do a decent amount of damage. Now it's going to be a full save. Nade come down mid, does a ton of damage. Double nade takes out Anomaly. Nicely done for Method.
So that early frag going out. Again, like you said, it is a save. Relics is going to find a little bit of damage, but spraying through the smoke in mid, Silent just cleaning house. Toys there as well, and Method looking like a newly born team here on CT side, but they haven't really been tested just yet in the way of a rifle round, and now's their chance.
Yep, and they still have the 2 FAMASes, but behind this, they've got a bunch of Molotovs, they've got some smokes as well, so this is a good buy for Method, upgrading still into all that utility. On the other hand, with that second round buy-up, the enemy side, they're a little bit light on flashbangs. They do have 1 Molotov on mainline. It's smokes and nades, though, across the board. And they're going to put on some early pressure over towards Banana, but it's a triple push down here. Nades and Molotovs rain out. Adwade gets that first kill. Uber grabs a second trade, but there's Silent. He sprays down 2. Uber and Kuster were just lined up and blind, and that's the bomb down as well.
So the aggression countering the aggression, and Anomaly, he's going to come under fire, but Mainline bails him out, and they actually do have a reasonable amount of HP. They can clutch this one out on the enemy side. But that bomb being down in Banana, and all 3 of the CTs over here watching it like hawks, and this is going to be a very tough take for him.
Well, they have 3 smokes and they have 2 Molotovs, so they can keep that end of Banana just blocked off the entire time. This is going to be all up to mainline. He's going to have to make a play with a minute left on the clock. He's the one who's got to find a kill that gives Anomaly a chance to work into Banana.
Yeah, a lot of time still left on the clock, too. 50 seconds to work with, and he's on this lurk. He's going to be able to peek around. Toy playing behind the hay cart, and this is going to be an advantageous spot for Toy to be in. I don't know if you actually saw him or not, but there's the peek out, and there's the cleanup. So 5 rounds now for Method. They do it with 2 alive in the first gun round, but again, they've got a little bit of bank built up from those SMG plays, so they're going to be able to rebuy and have a very healthy buy here. And Mainline, he's not going for the AWP. He's staying dedicated to the rifle right now, which I think is actually a better idea early on in these rounds to try to stabilize your economy until you start to get a little bit closer. You can start making those little bit more risky plays.
3 nades on the terrace side, so they have a plan for this. I assume that's for Carr to kind of try to neutralize this aggression, and it is. But no one's there to get damaged by it, and Anomaly just running through flames. He gets taken out. 2-man stack still here for the defense, and everyone from enemy is forced back. There's a wall set up of Molotovs, and now even Ellie pushing down mid, or shooting down mid, takes out mainline so quickly into a 5-on-3.
And this eco round getting shut down relatively easily here. You can already see one player pushed down on bench. That's going to be Silent just watching all mid. But Strebber's there. Finds all three of the last of them. That's a quad on the round for him. 6-14. So enemy GG. They're still only 2 rounds away from closing this one down, but they haven't really done much in this half whatsoever.
Yeah, that's kind of the scary part, isn't it? Like, there's been no real economic damage done. You see Toy, who's got $11,500. The rest of them are sitting, you know, between $4,000 and $6,000.
Yeah, I don't think Toy's died this half.
Yeah, there's so much money on the side on the CTs. They've already built up enough to just keep replenishing these Molotovs, and it's just going to make it tough. So now Kusa's got the op. We saw Silent. He had a couple nice rounds in the first half, but overall not too much of an impact. So we'll see what Kusa can do with it on this side.
Great grenade over from the backside, and Nubox finds 49 damage onto Uber. That just landed right in his mouth. Tough to dodge that one when it comes so quick. And look at this double stack that they have in Apartments. Anomaly right around the corner. This is a really tough spot. It drops the flash out. They both turn in time. This is crazy. Anomaly. Oh, boy. Firing squad. Anomaly finds one. Mainline trades it, though, so it didn't work out as well as they want. But Kusta gets peeked by Toy in mid. Asian versus Asian in that area, and Toy comes out on top. 3 members left of the enemy side. 2 members up mid. The bomb's all alone, but there's been a rotation. Adwait's made his way over towards Library. Toy playing this pit spot that was such an issue for Method to clear out in the first half. So he's the one who's going to be manning behind the pole. Adwait and Library. He still jumped up on top of the chair. So he's got a little bit of an off angle. He's going to get smoked off. This almost looks like if they want to fake a little bit of a B split. Adwait's going to have to be very cautious. He doesn't know if someone's gone CT spawn, but they've isolated Strebber. Now, are they going to hit this B bomb site fast enough? Relics has a smoke there. It goes for CT spawn. Strebber's got a big job to do. Well, he's playing in a good spot for it, all the way back there by the emo boxes, and we'll see whether or not he can lock this one down. They're already pushing on in. Skylar already up there, and they're going to double peek him, and they do take him down, so it is going to be a 2-on-3 for the post-plant, but already around the corner is going to be one player. That's Adwait spamming through the smoke, finds great damage on Uber. He's just not able to capitalize, and mainline takes down Toy, so it's a 1v3. Adwait, the ringer, going to be trying to make something happen in this round, but it's just going to be really, really tough with the positions that these players are in. They're going to be able to spot him out, but not going to be able to do much in this area, and Uber is going to spam him down to 10 HP. Finally, mainline takes him out, and that will be enemy GG finally on 15, and Method, could that be the wind out of their sails?
You know, it's definitely, I mean, they have so much money that they're still going to believe here with a full buy, but, I mean, that's crucial that enemy gets that early on in this half. You know, if they let this start stretching on and then Method grabs all the momentum and then it's turned into a force buy situation for enemy repeatedly, unfortunately that's not going to happen for them because they get that route. So they're on 15. They've now got 9 match points. That's huge.
Yeah, a lot of game left to be played on this one, but again, with that economy that Method has built up early on in this half, they're going to find a relatively healthy buy here, all the utility that they need. But it's just going to be very difficult for him here. As you can see, a lot of aggression coming up towards Banana. That bomb all the way back at Haystacks on Terrorist Spawn, but they're just going to go full aggression and spamming through. Adwait on the other side of that smoke. He's going to get chipped down very low to begin. 46 HP left for him. And it's going to be a really tough, really tall order now for the CT side playing with an injured player.
Yeah, but full Banana control. Another smoke comes out. Drills a chicken in the face. You hear the squawk as the chicken just dies from a smoke pluming. But still, 3 members, 4th coming up with the bomb over towards Banana, so this is going to be a B hit late in the round. There's still 50 seconds left on the clock, but they're committed to this. It's going to be Anomaly trying to force his way up middle, trying to see what he can find. Does a little bit of shots get fired, but that's actually not prompting Method into any kind of movement whatsoever. Silent knows there's nobody up mid.
Yeah, and it looks like the hit is actually going to be coming on towards that B bomb site, so this is going to be a tough spot for the CTs to be in. They've got one at First Oranges and one playing from Emo. So the crossfire is set. The flash has come out. The push is coming in. Enemy trying to get this one locked down, but they've got one player rotating in from CT spawn. This is going to be Kuste. Is he going to get there in time to catch Silent off? Then he comes around the corner. Roberts doing a great job on the backside of that bomb site. Takes down 2. Kusta trying to find this player in CT, but Silent finds him. And Kusta should have been in there with his teammate trying to find Roberts, but Roberts just locking it down in the back of that bomb site. 4 kills for him, and Method stay alive.
Yeah, those smokes were planted, or the smokes were thrown out for the front of the bomb site to plant inside the smoke at the front, and unfortunately the bomb gets dropped on the other side of them. So basically the defense could just sit behind that smoke and wait for him to jump through it. So a little bit of a fumbled take from enemy, so they're forced back onto... Actually, it's a force buy. So they buy up armor, they have all the Tech 9s, P250s, they have utility as well. But, you know, Kusa's fully bought out, Anomaly's basically fully bought out, so is Mainline. Heavy investment into this round.
So like you said, they're going to be on armor, full armor buy here, pistol upgrades as well, and we'll see how that pans out for them as we move forward in this round. And they're going to just be pushing straight on into that A-bomb site. You can see they're already up on arch side and truck side. They're going for the wrap. Mainline's going to catch the back of Toy. Relics is able to find Strebber as well, and that's going to be a 2v3. Really tough spot as they picked up a couple of guns. Mainline's going to have that AK in hand. A little bit of fire damage onto Ellie, getting a little bit too aggressive over behind that. And this is just going to be a really tough spot for the CTs to try to retake in. Silent with the AWP. He's pushed up close and behind the smoke. He's looking for something, and he's not going to get anything, and this could be it right here. But they line up. Ellie finds them both. Kusta, though, with the one tap from the Tech 9 takes him down, and that's going to be the 16-7 score line in favor of Enemy.
Yeah, I'm glad that they did not fumble that. I'm glad that they didn't let that lead or that comeback happen on the CT side with all the money being built up early on in that half. So nicely done from Enemy on the back of a 14-1. I mean, that defense that they mounted, just Method just couldn't find anything on that T side. So easy win going into the second half. Nicely done.
Yeah, and I mean, Enemy, their CT side looked extremely strong. I mean, what can you say about them? That was a beautiful first half from them, 14-1. We kind of, you know, I was expecting Method to recover. They never even used their pause the entire first half to try to regain any kind of momentum there and talk things over. So I was kind of expecting when the score started to get to like the 8-0, 9-0 mark for them to maybe take a little bit of a timeout, talk about some stuff, but they never utilized their pause, and Enemy just kept rolling with that momentum.
Yeah, we talked about how impactful pauses can be, and it is interesting to note there are teams who are just, you know, bad at taking pauses and maybe just not realizing that. I think teams just kind of tend to hold on to them too much, and I think also when you get down that much and you're having zero success whatsoever, sometimes you just get so down that you just forget that you have one to use. But either way, Enemy just a dominant first half, easy second half win. They could just cruise from there. It's going to be Enemy taking it, and we're going to take a quick break, and when we get back, we have one last matchup for you guys tonight. That is going to be Follow Esports versus Enemy GG. So once again, Enemy with a back-to-back. That is going to be on Train, so we'll have that one up for you guys on return from the break.
Sometimes he likes to go for that aggression, that you know, a little bit of unorthodox push style that he has to try to get in their faces early, and sometimes it pays off really, really well, but the times that it doesn't, it ends up hurting his team, and they end up losing rounds because of it. So it's really going to be a risk versus reward kind of play. What are we going to see out of Desi from that inside bomb site? But Enemy jumping on this knife round already, and it should be a pretty easy cleanup. There you go. So Enemy going to be able to start on whatever side they want again. Probably going to pick the CT side, which it looks like they have. And we're going to get live into this one. So Enemy GG on the CT side. It's Uber, Anomaly, Relics, Kusta mainline facing off against Hades, Wabbit, Desi, Ocean, and El Samama. And Big Daddy O, what are we going to see out of the Follow Esports side in this pistol round? What would you like to see? What kind of crazy strategies? You watch a lot of CS, so what kind of crazy strategies have you seen on the terrorist side pistol round that you'd like to see implemented here?
I mean, nothing crazy, but Ocean, he's got the smoke and 2 flashes and a decoy, and he's heading towards inner, so I would assume those are going to be for the lower ramp. He's looking like he's going to break out the windows. That could just be a distraction just to do it. And yeah, I mean, this just looks like a pretty clean inner bomb site hit. Desi's going to be over towards Ivy. He's done a little bit of damage. He's been spotted out by mainline. That's a bait and switch setup. There's Kusta with the 5-7 playing very, very close. And Relics actually pushes mid, gets eliminated. There's Desi with one as well. He gets traded off by Kusta, but all of a sudden this hit, it was going to go towards that inner bomb site, but those 2 kills prompts Follow Esports to rotate all the way back out to outside, and Enemy's completely formed up for this.
Yeah, you've got Kusta. He's biding his time. He's playing on the way back very deep here. That is going to allow his teammates to rotate in, and Uber finds another one. Finally, Els is going to be able to find the head of Kusta, but they dropped the bomb outside, and it's a 2v2. Uber's not done just yet. He's going for the peak. He had himself a hell of a match on Inferno earlier, and they're going to go for the boost up. So I really like this play that they've got going on here. They're going to be spotting out for the heads, and they're going to be able to spot out Els. They go for the double team. Ocean's going to be at the backside of the train site as well, but now they're going to be fluttered out, pushing around, and there's another headshot for Uber. He's got 3, and Anomaly comes in with 1. So around that Follow Esports I thought had in the bag, it crumbles.
Yeah, I don't like that call to go back outside with those 2 kills. By the time they made that call, the 2 players outside had already fallen. So it's just more time that was spent that allows Enemy to rotate outside to get in good positions. And then from there, I mean, even with that boost play in the 2-on-2 by Enemy, that's a situation that, I mean, once you see that boost, you know both players are there. So even then, Follow Esports had another advantage in the 2-on-2 of just having the knowledge, and they still get eliminated. So nice recoveries from Enemy, but a little bit of miscalls, in my opinion, on the side of Follow Esports.
So we'll see if they figure out what they want to do here on the terrorist side now for their anti-eco rounds. You can see they've gone relatively invested here. They've got a couple of Desert Eagles for that long-range battle, but it's going to be a push towards the inside bomb site. And you can see Kusta is in here with his teammate Anomaly, just trying to wait for this push. It's going to be Desi out mid to try to distract. He's looking for the shots on the main line. Can't get it done, and main line does take him out. Now Relic's playing close on ladder. He's going to be able to maybe opt for a quick flank with this Mag 7. He's got one player above him. And now the push is going to come in. Relics does find one. Kusta finds one as well, and it's just falling apart now for Follow Esports as the last two are in the box hall.
Yeah, very, very bad investment. No damage even being dealt yet by Follow Esports, so the money they've sunk into this round has gone absolutely nowhere. It's just a cleanup for enemy. Anomaly, he ends the round with those 2 last kills. No one even takes a hit on the enemy. So actually, Uber gets on a 94, but for that,
I think that was from jump damage at the end of the round.
Yeah, it might have been. I mean, that's just not enough damage is done, not enough production out of that buy from Follow Esports. So that's actually huge. That Relics is able to get a kill with that Mag 7. He adds some money to the bank, that bonus kill money. Just everyone else, I mean, they just get a full buy up on nades here.
So it's going to be a full save here from the Follow Esports side. They're just going to barrel on out mid and Ivy. They've already got one player out through mid. I believe they spotted him out. That's going to be mainline working over there towards that hallway, looking over towards the old hell, and we're going to see whether or not he can lock anything down. He is getting flanked out. He does fall. So Wabbit going to find the P250 shot, but Kusta's there for the trade. Going to be able to find one. Burns the second one. Coming around to the backside of that bomb site, it's going to be Hades, who finds one, finds two. Looking for a third. He's not going to find it just yet, but he is behind one. It's going to be Uber to spin around and take him down. And Relics with another Mag 7 frag is going to find more money in the bank. And it's going to be a 3-0 scoreline.
I mean, just incredible.
That was chaos.
Well, with no purchases that round, Follow Esports gets 3 kills. The round where they actually invested in armor and Tech 9s and Deagles and smokes, they got nothing. So a little bit of a small mistake. I can't remember who it was on the side of enemy. I want to say it, actually, I'm not even gonna guess. I don't want to call out someone who didn't do it. But back at ladder trend was so focused on middle, they had no one spotting Ivy. So a little bit of a miscommunication, more than likely, about the defense there. But that allows the Ivy players to swing out. That was mainline that got pushed out on Ivy train. Yeah, and he just gets brutalized, and that provides a lot of openings for Follow Esports from there.
Oh, nice reaction shot from Wabbit. Mainline just barely showed him his shoulder, and he clips it. Takes him down, so the early man advantage goes the way of Follow Esports here. And spamming through the smoke. Relics is behind there. He's going to lob a nade out. That's not going to find much damage. Just one onto Hades. And now they've got a lot of time to be patient here. But look at Uber. He's very aggressive here into the T-Con.
Yeah, but look what this allows the defense to do. You see Relics is able to play so passively behind all the train yards. He knows no one's going to be able to come out mid till his teammate dies. It allows him to stack up 2 players over towards inner. So, I mean, Desi's going to try and lurk down with this one smoke, just see what happens. Molly's going to slow him down. Still 45 seconds on the clock, so it's not a huge issue quite yet. There's a lot of different things they can do, and now Uber's been spotted out, but he hasn't moved quite yet. Desi gets a pick on the inner bomb site. There's Wabbit with the op, takes out Uber. All of a sudden, this outer bomb site is open for Follow Esports.
Relics is still over here by Ivy, and he's going to get the peek out on the Hades. The exchange of fire going that way, but he peeks out. He finds one. He's going to look for a second one, but Hades is going to be able to take him down, and it's going to be all on Anomaly over here. But look at how low 2 of the players are. Ocean at 6 HP, Hades at 11. The bomb has been planted in the outside train yard, so Anomaly's in a pretty good position here if he wants to try to go for the clutch. He's going to be looking for something. And finds the first one. That's going to be Ocean down and out. Hades, he's all the way over by T-Spawn. They've got one in Z hallway, but it's going to be Els to try to make something happen. He comes around from behind, and Anomaly finds him, and oh, he just barely misses the transfer over onto Hades. That could have been disastrous for Follow Esports.
Yeah, but the good thing for enemy is that they get 4 kills, so it forces a lot of rebuys even in a round they won. There's not going to be an AWP this time, so Wabbit with that op over towards Ivy got the opening kill on the main line. This round he's not going to have it, but because of all the damage that was dealt last time, this forces the economy low for enemy, so it's going to be, you know, a little bit of a half buy. They have the money to force if they had wanted to, but instead they're just going to go for armors and pistols. They don't want to, you know, put their economy in a downward spiral too early, so they're just going to save just a little bit for the next round.
You can see Kus is actually on a big investment here, though. He's only got $750 left after this buy down, so I'm a little confused by that. He went for the CZ and the armor. And there you go. Anomaly's going to gather some information, shoulder peeking on the inside train yard. He's going to find the legs of one, but he should be calling for reinforcements because there is a lot of players swarming his position, and he is just caught in the open. And they run by him, Ocean. And now Wabbit gets dinked, so this is really looking not bad for enemy now. Kusta finds Wabbit. They drop the bomb out in the inside train yard. And now Els is going to have to go for this plant, and he's going to get pressed on by Mainline. And Mainline takes him down, so this is a round now enemy is in complete control.
Yeah, this is a huge fumble for Follow Esports, and even Desi has been separated from his teammate for so long. There's Relics, 2 players to deal with, and he doesn't even have to worry about the second one because the first just drops him, and now Hades even dinked through a box. Relics claims him off, so Anomaly gets 1 kill and a dink. And that was such a weird take from Follow Esports because it was really only 2 members in the bomb site. The rest of them, I mean, Desi got separated, but no one there to protect the planner whatsoever, so those pistols just swarm the bomb site and overtake it. So this half-buy for Enemy really works out because now, with some salvaged AK-47s, 3 of them, in fact, 4 salvaged weapons with that Galil, I mean, they just get to save so much money.
And not only that, but they should be able to get a free round out of this as Follow Esports is going to be on the Eco, and they've got 3 Glocks to work with. Hades is going to be on a P250 and L's on a Desert Eagle, so we'll see where they do opt to go, but they are playing a little bit aggressive towards that inside train yard, as you saw. I believe that was, who was that in there? That was Relics that was up close on that, but it is going to be a hit towards outside. Mainline finds 1 down Ivy, looking for some more, but he's got a teammate there, but Els hits a nice shot onto Kusta that eliminates him. Uber, though, is going to be able to chime in onto Desi, finds the second one onto Hades, and that's going to leave it down to Ocean, and Els' Mainline cleans up 1, looking for the last one, and he gets it, so the triple on the round for Mainline, and they lock it down on the outside train yard, 5-1.
Yeah, good defense there. Enemy not taking too much damage. Just 1 member falling. They're easily going to be able to drop him. He can get an op as well if he'd like it. I imagine that's what they're going to give him. With plenty of money in the bank, and that is. So now all of a sudden, there's no ADP on the terror side once again, and Kusa's just going to have free reign for that long-range fight.
Yeah, and if Enemy can continue to keep Follow Esports down on their money, Wabbit's not going to be able to invest in that op, and he's so crucial having that AWP in hand. Oh, Uber pushes the smoke, picks up 2. Mainline's going to chime in with 1 as well, and now Uber's got a line of sight here onto Ocean. Coming out, T-Con gets the 3rd, and it's going to be on Desi in a 1 versus a lot.
Yeah, Uber's just having himself one hell of a night so far. Continuing his tear from Inferno earlier, Desi does grab 1 there, but still 1 on 4. So low, Uber just pushes in. He picks up his 4th of the round. Beautiful stuff from him, getting into ladder room very, very early on.
Yeah, he's having a nuts night. I mean, we saw him earlier in the season playing on Mirage, and he was really struggling then. I think he got, we kind of poked a little bit of fun at him because he got like 1 or 2 kills in the entirety of the match. And he's making us eat our words tonight because he had 20-some plus kills in the first matchup, and he's already on 11-1, 7 rounds in this match.
Yep, and back onto another save for Follow Esports. No armor even purchased whatsoever. Once again, going to the inner bomb site. They have some upgraded pistols and 2 smokes, but I mean, the last time they did this, they've got to be able to do some damage, and Relics is in here with the AK-47 playing very, very close up. They're going to keep things smoked off. They have the Molotovs and nades to slow this down. And actually, this is a little bit scary because Relics looks like he wants to get aggressive up the ladder. They're going to smoke it off, and he's going to play right behind it. And coming through the smoke, that's Desi with the Tech 9, just drops him, so too close, and there's Desi with the AK-47, he salvages it, gets his 2nd kill. All of a sudden, a good opening for Enemy. Elsa's going to push up to the back of the bomb site. That's Hades who wraps around him, but Mainline and Kusa are there to bring it right back, so it looked a little bit scary, but all of a sudden, Kusa with a nice nade is going to clean things up.
Great entries there from Desi, though. I mean, he gets that 1 tap with the Tech 9, able to switch over to the AK and pick off that player in the backside of the train yard, but Anomaly does a pretty good job of holding them honest for a little while longer, and Kusta picking up 3 big op frags to shut that one down, or 2 op frags and a nade frag. So it's good to see him starting to get his legs underneath of him because he was kind of quiet in that first matchup. He was fragging average for where he was on his team, but now with that bomb plant, we do see Wabbit picking up the op. Now he's got to come up huge on this terrorist side if Follow Esports want to get back in this. He has got to be hitting the shots like he was the other night.
Yeah, and he's going to have to do it early on in these rounds to open things up. Just setting up into a default, 2 towards inner. That's going to be Desi, actually. Very aggressive alone in box halls. He eats a little bit of a nade.
That was his teammate's nade.
Oh,
it got caught on a box
That's
and naded
why
him.
He was looking behind and just questioning, like, why would you do this to me? And now he's got to deal with the AWP on Kusa. Kusa pistol whips him, though. He pulls it out. Desi jumps in the air. He's going to stay aggressive. Relics grabs 1 towards the outer bomb site, and all of a sudden, Follow Esports on their back foot.
Yeah, that was a little bit confusing on inside. I'm not really sure what that nade bounced off of, but Hades picking up the op off of his fallen comrades. Going to be able to find 1. Relics down and out, but it's going to be a very tall order for him to clutch this out. It was basically a 1v5. It's going to spot out Uber, but again, Uber, he's just on fire lately, and now Kusta joins the party out from ladder room. They're going to be spotting down towards Old Hell. And he walks right into Kusta's crosshair. 8-1. Enemy again, often rolling on a great CT side half, but Follow Esports, they got to start really hitting their shots, and they're going to start getting into that money bonus now where they can buy up, but they're not going to have money for that AWP from Rabbit.
4 of the last 5 rounds, enemies only lost 1 player. So you can see in their money, Uber and Kusta at around 12,000. Mainline's just under 10,000. Anomaly's the only one who's low on money at 1,800, but it doesn't even matter because his teammates are so rich. So not even a lot of damage being done by Follow Esports. That's the really scary part because so many buys. Look at Mainline. He's going to get aggressive. He's going to pop flash himself out here. There's 3 members here. Oh, nice spray down. He gets a second and a third. Mainline with a huge play. That's the bomb as well. This round's already over.
Yeah, done and done. That aggression on Ivy just paying off. Wabbit is going to be able to have a bit of a saving grace. He finds one. That's going to be Mainline, who overstayed his welcome a little while longer, but this is a huge order in order for Enemy to drop this round here. What a ballsy play from Mainline.
Yeah, that was sick. I mean, they weren't even, Follow Esports wasn't even ready for that. They all just got dropped by that pop flash, and sometimes that's what happens when you're down 1-8 like this. You're starting to focus too much on the strat you're running so you can get back into the game, and you just get caught off guard by something like that. So good timing for that push by Mainline, for sure.
Uber drops the molly into ladder, and that pushes Hades back and does a little damage, and now Hades is going to have to get aggressive, but Uber finds his teammate, and another molly. Enemy is playing lights out tonight.
Yeah, their defensive sides at least have looked great. I mean, they won so big on Inferno, we didn't really get to see the T side, and now the bomb is down. Anomaly knows it, so Hades is going to the inner bomb site, but no one really cares. He's got to be just trying to save this gun, but at least enemies just like, who cares? Don't even chase him down.
Well, the fact that they're not even going to get remotely close to smelling a bomb site in this one, I mean, that's Hades is the closest that they've gotten to a bomb site right now, and that's on the inner lower ramp. So no bomb play in this round. Follow Esports. They're going to be right back into that money situation where they're completely reset. And, you know, Els, Wabbit, Desi, they're all 5 or less frags. Ocean yet to get on the board. Hades is going to find 1 on the exit, but again, time expires, and he's got to get himself the hell out of there so he doesn't die after after time expires here.
Yeah, no big reason for Enemy to even chase that. I mean, it'd certainly be nice, but this is more than likely going to be a save round for Follow, and actually a good pause here, because Follow's got to talk some things over, figure out how they want to do this. They're not even getting entries. I mean, that was another round where they actually ended up killing 2 just because Hades got that 1 at the end, but outside of that, just that's 5 out of 6 rounds that they've had 4 members survive, so just so much money for Enemy. Like, in the initial action, it's just all going Enemy's way.
Right, you are. So we'll see how Follow Esports adapt to this. They do have money to go for a buy here, but it's going to be a force-up with some Galils, maybe an AK for Wabbit and armor, but they're not going to have a whole lot of nades to work with if they do go for a force-up here. So we'll see what they decide to call, but they are going to take a second here to chat things over and see what they can figure out. But like you said, this defense for Enemy GG has just been stalwart so far in these 2 matchups that we saw. 14-1 on their CT side of Inferno, 9-1 already in this matchup. They're looking very strong.
Well, one of the things that Enemy's defense doesn't have to worry about, because Follow Esports hasn't tried it, is, you know, like a fast outer hit. They haven't gotten out of mid quickly and just tried to swarm down the lanes, and because of that, because all this money is built up on Enemy's side, they have 5 Molotovs, they have 5 smokes, they've gotten into a good rhythm where they're feeling very comfortable about using their utility, delaying it a little bit, and then using their Molotovs, you know, later on in the round because there's no pressure early on. If Follow Esports can have any kind of success being fast with an attack, you can kind of start posturing a little bit more aggressively and force Enemy to waste some flashes, waste some Molotovs, and then re-execute later on when the utility's a little bit lower.
So now we come out of freeze time, the 11th round getting ready to play out in front of us. 9-1, 8 rounds in the favor of Enemy GG for their lead on the CT side of DE Train. And this is going to be, again, another struggle round for Follow Esports. They don't have the arsenal to try to take that outside train yard like you were talking about. I mean, Kusta, he's going to have the AWP there in CT connector, and they're not even going to favor going for an outside fast.
Look at this triple push on inner. Slaughters Elsa. The rest of them are going to have the balls to swing out. They're not. They just book it and run. They've seen 3 there. Now they're going to hit outside quickly. Try and get out here, but Kusta's got an angle. He's boosted up with that AWP. He's going to be able to look over Eddie smokes. And there it is. Ocean comes out with the bomb. He gets dropped immediately. But Wabbit, he's just going to come right through the smoke. There's so many counter terrorists in here. He sprays 1 down. He gets a second as well. And even Hades chimes in. So down to a 2-on-2 quickly.
Relix is already on the ladder flank, so he's going to be able to come out and maybe catch the back of one of these players. But, hey, look, there's a little gift for him there in T-Connector. That's the bomb down, but he just steps out and just decks Hades. And Uber in the backside of the train yard, he's been doing extremely well. He's 14-2-2. What a job they've been doing on Enemy GG's side. That looked like, for the first time in a while, Enemy GG was in a little bit of trouble there, but they bring it back.
Yeah, well, Wabbit makes a play, just jumping through that smoke opens things up for him, but from there they just can't recover. They still have to deal with Uber, who's just landing every headshot he needs to, and Kusta with that op was a nice pick. Even if they find the kills, the bomb still dropped towards T-Con, so it's a little bit unfortunate. Now Uber, he pushes up. Look at this fast play towards the inner bomb site. Bomb still towards T-Spawn. There's going to be a lot of pistols here swinging out. Anomaly sprays down one, and a second and third. So Anomaly, those aren't pistols, excuse me, those are Galils and AK-47, so just crushing them still. Follow Esports can't find any success.
Motion does manage to find Uber, so that's maybe the silver lining of the round right here, but there's not going to be much that he's going to be able to do here, and Mainline is going to be able to take him down. So it's 11-1 now. Enemy GG mounting a huge CT side, and we'll see if they can continue to capitalize once we move into the second half, because really, Follow Esports, they're not even getting into the bomb sites. They're not even getting bomb plants. There was only one plant that I've seen on the scoreboard in this entire matchup, and that came in, what was it, 5 rounds ago?
Yeah, round 8. Well, the big thing now, too, is they're just so far low that, look at this buy. They have 5 Galils, and they have to do that just so they can get smokes and utility to execute, but, I mean, enemies just shutting them down before they even have a chance for that. Now we have a double op set up, both of them outside. And there's finally the first real good opening for Follow Esports. Desi sprays down Mainline.
But now they've got this double op setup here on the CT side, holding this outside train yard, and that looks like exactly where Follow Esports wants to go. Relic's a pretty solid offer in his own right, and I think he might have just wall-banged Desi down to 47.
He did, just nothing going right.
Yeah, I was going to say, if it wasn't for bad luck, Follow Esports would have no luck in this matchup whatsoever. So the damage just coming out in droves for enemies. And there it is. Relic's going to find the op frag on a Wabbit. He's going to spin around and look at Ivy real quick, but he's going to come right back around and op down towards Hell, and that's where Hades is. Bye-bye, Hades. Looking for another one. Flashbang through the smoke. He's going to get swarmed on here. L's coming around the side, and Els is going to be able to find him, but it's down to just Els and Ocean. Ocean steps out, though, and finds the headshot on Kusta. The last two are going to be here in the Z hallways. They're going to push on out, and that's going to be Anomaly trying to spray down the toes, and he adjusts the spray just in time to take down Ocean, so it's Els versus 2. And
yeah,
no bomb plan.
I don't think he knows where Uber is exactly, over by Electric Box, so he's just going to have to push into CT connector, but Galil's not going to be able to do the work. Anomaly drops him 12-1 now. And if you think back towards Inferno, so far tonight, Enemy on their defensive side have only given up 2 rounds total in 2 matches.
Yeah, and I mean, it's been a matter of certain players stepping up from time to time. We saw it in the first matchup with Mainline and Uber, and now we're seeing Anomaly join the mix, 14-7. So it's scary when everything's clicking on all cylinders for your team. Everybody's stepping up and getting frags. The bottom fragger on the CT side has 11 kills, and we're 13 rounds in. He's only 2 frags below having 1 kill every single round. That's huge.
Yeah, they're just crushing everyone. More aggression towards the center bomb site. They're going to beat a whole host of Follow Esports players, though. Mainline, the second player in. He gets 2. Somehow manages to do it, so now the rotation's going to beat. Relics gets an up kill. He's still at the upper ramp, but now he's got to fall back. He tries to pull out the pistol. Hades sprays him down. They're not going to commit to this, actually. Hades picks up the op, and he just gets cleaned out. He was trying to make something happen. Desi with the bomb is going to go to the outer bomb site, but Uber is here. And Uber doesn't commit to that fight, and Desi's very, very fortunate because he had the bomb out. That was a free kill.
Yes, it was, but Uber, he decides to bide his time and wait for his teammate to rotate on around to the backside of the train yard, 2 lane. And Kusta's going to go ahead and drop a nade out towards that area, but Desi, he could clutch this one out and get Follow Esports another round on the board here. And he is playing behind the red train in 2 lane. Smoke goes down on the bomb. He's going to go for the peek out, and Kusta's going to spot him, pop some shots, and pulls out the op. 13-1, Enemy GG.
Yeah, this is really good stuff. Really good aggression at the center bomb site now as well. It almost feels like they know that Follow Esports has exhausted pretty much everything that they want to try and do, so they're forced into these inner hits because they just don't have very much utility to go outside. So Enemy just decides to get aggressive there, and they, you know, trades go in the favor of the terrorists, but still that the rest of the aggression, Relics rotates over with the AWP and just mans up the defense. So
this isn't what I was expecting.
Nah, not me neither. I mean, this is an Enemy that's come out tonight, and this is actually cool to see because Enemy's the new move-up team. They've struggled in some matches earlier, and through all that, they haven't made any roster changes, so now you're starting to see some promise of what's coming together.
Absolutely. It's kind of like Tempo Storm from last season, where we saw them kind of, you know, have a little bit of a rough start, and then they ended up doing relatively well as a new squad in the Pro League. So we'll see what happens here. The push down through Ivy, and there you go. Uber's going to be able to find one. They are going for the smoke plant, so Wabbit's going to be able to capitalize onto Uber. Kusta's still looking for that off frag, but Desi cleans him up. So a little bit of promise coming out from the Follow Esports side. Mainline on the flank, but Wabbit is watching it. And Mainline gets the kill anyway. Coming down through ladder, Relic's going to find another one. Mainline going to step out, and there's Desi to find another frag. Smokes out onto the train yard, and there you go. Anomaly's going to capitalize, and Relic's with another one. Nothing is going right for Follow Esports. That was their best-looking round, and they lose a 2v4.
That's just soul-crushing. That's just... oh, boy. That's a tough round to swallow if you're Follow Esports. Yeah, I mean, that's just got to be the stresses of being down so much. I mean, what a retake, some nice shots hit, but more importantly, you said it, 4-on-2, there were just some missed shots. Wabbit should have killed that flanker, spotting that the whole time. And Enemy just, I mean, the 28-2 on their CT sides tonight, that's extremely impressive.
Massive. And against the teams that they're doing it against, I mean, they've got the experience. Method, they were in Pro League last season. Follow Esports, they were under the banner of SapphireKelowna.com a couple of seasons ago in ESEA Invite. So they've got experience on these teams. You know, Desi, the new acquisition for the Follow Esports squad, played on Elevate a couple seasons ago. Did relatively well with them. He's kind of bounced around from Pro League to Pro League team. And Enemy just dominant tonight. Very dominant tonight. Now let's see if Follow Esports can pick up this pistol round and try to run with a little bit of momentum to try to stave off this loss. But Enemy GG, they're just on fire right now.
Walking towards the inner bombs, they have a lot of nades. They've got 5 flashbangs, 3 smokes total. So they certainly have a plan. Relix is going to throw a smoke down lower ramp, see if he can bait anything out. This isn't going to be a committal. And it almost looks like there's some members coming out. Here's Mainline. He comes out T-choke. The bomb is going to go over towards the ladder room, it looks like. But actually, they're aggressing onto this bomb site. 4 members out here, and all the kills are going their way. They've just cleaned out this entire site. Elsa responds. Desi as well inside. And the bomb gets planted. It's a 3-on-3, and only Ocean has a kit.
But it's going to be Els to find another one. It's down to a 2v2. Make that a 1v2. But coming around the side is going to be Uber. He finds another one, but there it is. Ocean from the back, and he does have the kit. So that is going to be Big Daddy O clutching it out. 2 big frags for him, and Follow Esports pick up the pistol round.
That was scary, though. That was on the edge of a knife. That could have tilted either way towards Enemy. So they pull a little bit of rotation towards that inner bomb site, but Follow Esports recovers in the end. Ocean with that fast spin over towards E-Box and just gets a nice headshot. So it's going to be another buy from Enemy. They're not willing to give it up with that plant. Now they've got 4 Tech 9s, and I think they bought a Galil. I think Uber, yep, Uber does have that. And they've got a good amount of nades as well. This is a scary round.
Yeah, why not? I mean, they're going up against the SMG buy. They do have 3 rifles here for the Follow Esports side, so they're not in a bad position to take these fights, but Hades with the MP7, Ocean with the MP9, and Ocean's holding Ivy by himself with that MP9, and this is going to be really scary because they're jumping through. Ocean's going to be able to find one, dinks down Uber, takes him tremendously low, and now the push is going to be on. Ocean's going to be able to get himself out of there, but Relic spins around the 180 headshot. Beautiful job from him. He's going to find Ocean and take him down, and that bomb is going to push in towards that B bomb site. You can see coming around towards CT spawn. Els is going to find one on the backside, Desi as well, and now Wabbit hasn't been spotted out. He should be able to clean this up, but he only finds 1 out of the 2. And this should be a bomb plant. Ooh, that nade 1 HP. Manages to get it down. He is getting flanked out, and he's not ready for Hades. But that bomb plant, that's what they were going for there.
Yeah, decent damage. 2 kills on the bomb plant. That's a pretty successful second round buy. 14-3 now for Enemy. Follow Esports. I mean, they invested in those rifles and they've kept them up. Hades even managed to salvage the FAMAS going forward. So this is going to be the round where Follow Esports, they can't take too many deaths here. They've got to stabilize against basically just P250s, no armor, probably some Glocks out as well. Trying to see if... Nope, Kusta. I thought Kusta might have just ecoed through all those rounds just so we could have an AWP in the 4th round, but he didn't. So pretty confident in that 14-3 lead so far.
Rightfully so. I mean, pretty much all of their round victories in the first half came off of dominant rounds. I mean, they only lost 3 players in a handful of the rounds in the first half to begin with. So they're going to go for the inside hit here. And we'll see whether or not they can make something happen. They do have 1 player playing very aggressive. That's going to be Desi, who spots it out. Like you said, he plays that inside train yard, and he does it well. And he's going to be coming under fire here very shortly.
Yeah, but these smokes have given it all up. They rotate a 3rd person into there. Elsa just spams them down through the smoke. Here comes the take. Wabbit finds one as well. Pushing forward. They're not going to get a bomb plant this time. Kusta's putting it down. Will they? Oh, my lord. I cannot believe they let that go.
And Kusta somehow gets out of the bomb site. That was ridiculous. He got up on top of the train and almost flanked out Wabbit. They are going to be able to clean that up, but there's that extra money in the bank that they were looking for.
Yeah, that's insane that they let that plant go down with no utility left. I mean, they had players at the bomb train, no reason to not swing and just take a fight. The bomb planter wasn't even being covered whatsoever, so a little bit hesitant to deny that, but that's going to give enemy a lot of money going forward into this next round. That'll be smokes and flashes. That'll even be an op. If mainline wants to drop one to Kusta, that can just be passed over, but they're all going to go for the AK-47s, and they have all their nades. They have flashbang smokes and even Molotovs, so that plant was huge.
And we'll see now. They do have the full 5 AKs set up here. No up for Kusta. I thought maybe with that bomb plant they might have had a little bit enough to go for, you know, a naked op buy or something like that, but it looks like they decided to play it a little bit smarter here. They're going to go for a little bit of aggression towards the inside train yard to start things off, but they're already pushing out through T-Con. And you can see these mollies are just raining in. Uber's already down through hell. Finds Hades. They're going to be able to spot one more out. That's Els. Kusta takes him down. And this is already looking like round 15 for enemy GG.
Yeah, easily. And this is what I was wondering why we didn't see Follow Esports do this at all, was just be aggressive out mid. They throw the smokes, they get that wall up, and they throw Molotovs behind them, and it's just basically an easy take from there. But Desi and Wabbit already have to choose to save. So, yeah, very early on. First gun round, enemy's already on match point. They're going to have 11 of them.
Even better than the last time that they had this this option in the last match that they played on, where it was 9 match points to work with. But Follow Esports, they are just down on their luck right now. Nothing's going right for them. They're trying to hold on to these rifles for the remainder of this round to try to have something to go into this next round with. They do have enough money on Desi to drop a rifle. Els is going to be able to rebuy, but Wabbit goes down and loses the op, so that's a huge detriment to him.
Yeah, that's a massive find right at the end. So only really Desi is going to have that great. Actually, also has plenty. Desi has plenty of money to actually drop. So this is going to be another solid buy out of Follow Esports. They built up enough money to make it through their first loss, but still a good buy. Wabbit's going to be able to rebuy the AWP. But this defense, I would be surprised if this isn't just another fast strategy for enemy. It worked so well for him that round. Why not go for it again? See if Follow Esports can stop it.
Well, it's exactly what they're going to do. They're already pushing out in the outside train yard. You can see Hades in the backside of the train, backside of bomb train, trying to hold on to this area. And Ocean is over there as well, and Ivy, but they're already pushing the bomb in. Hades is going to be able to draw first blood there, just pushing on in. And coming around the side is going to be Relics, who finds one. Anomaly as well. There's a wall shot from Wabbit, but he's not able to find it. And Ocean coming around, swinging from Ivy. He gets traded out, and Desi just spraying him down, doing serious damage. Finds a couple. And now it's all going to be down to Anomaly in a 1v2. Can he close this out? No, he cannot. Wabbit's going to find the off frag, and Follow Esports stay alive for another day.
Yeah, no bomb plant that time around.
Desi dinked Relics like 7 times through that bomb train.
You're just like, please die, please die.
It was a shower of sparks.
I mean, I'm cycling through all these. That was actually a pretty scary round for Follow Esports because they got out of spawn late. 2 of their members came late into that outer bomb yard where they were transferring weapons over to each other. So I was just cycling through the players who were stuck in the bomb site. They're all just so blind, and they get some good kills. Desi with that double spray down at the end finally grabs it, and that was huge. But even without the plant, based on the fact that they just dominated in the first gun round, they're going to have another buy here this round. All 5 walking towards the center bomb site. We only have 1 Tech 9 on mainline. Otherwise, it's AK-47. So very, very solid buy coming out for enemy.
Somebody in chat actually pointed out this is basically like a flashback to the last match. Kusta's going to be able to draw first blood. Desi down and out. The hit of inside bomb site is on. And you can see, look at how detached these players are on the CT side. But the push hasn't come in yet. They've gotten established now in this inside train yard, and now it's going to be very difficult for enemy to get in here. They've got Wabbit to deal with in this inside.
Well, they're not even planning on going into that B site. They've got outside.
Go.
They're just throwing the nades to keep the flashes there, and they're making it feel like an inner hit. 2 members dedicated to this inner bomb site, but now the outside is so exposed. An Ocean, I mean, he's pushed through Ivy, so he can't stop this plant whatsoever. This is going to have to be a retake on the outer train yard, but plenty of time to get in post-plant positions, and it's 3 members of Follow Esports on this retake are all split. It's just 1, 1, and 1.
Hades, though, going to find 2. He is down to 21 HP, but they've still got it all to do right now, and Ocean's going to find 1. That's the flank coming out, and now it's going to be on Relics in a 1 versus 2. He gets the 1. Now he's got the low player to deal with. That's going to be Hades, and this Molotov should seal the deal.
I don't think it went far enough.
It didn't. But there's the peak anyway. 16-5 is going to be your final score as Relics closes it out with the double. And that is going to be our final matchup of the evening. Enemy going 2-0 on the evening with big wins. 16-7 on Inferno and 16-5 on Train.
Yeah, I mean, that's the big story, is just their CT sides tonight were just so incredibly dominant. 28-2 think was what it was, 14-1
Yes,
on both
it was,
maps.
yeah.
So I mean, that's just that's nuts.
Hard to beat a team that has such a great start.
Yeah, and they're gonna be very, very happy about that one. I know they're very. I know Ryu as the coach who voluntarily stepped down because he knew that his work schedule was just not going to allow him to practice the way that they wanted to for Pro League. He's kind of been coaching them, and I know he's very active on social media, so he'll be very pleased with those victories tonight.
Oh, absolutely. He's going to be very happy about that. So that's going to do it for us this evening, guys. Make sure to come back tomorrow night. I believe we're going to start at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night. We got some more Pro League matches for you guys. And, again, it's going to be myself and Moses bringing the action to you.
Yeah, that reminds me, everyone, you know, you guys normally see Blue casting on here once in a while. Make sure you tweet at him at Blue CSGO. Give him a big congrats. He's headed off to Serbia. I think he's in airports right now.
I think he just got on his flight, yeah.
For the TWC tournament this weekend. So make sure you guys tweet a big congratulations to him. That's very, very cool. And we hope to have him back soon next week.
But for us here at ESEA and ESL for Pro League, that's going to do it this evening, guys. Have a fantastic night, and we'll see you tomorrow night.